Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Hello and happy Thursday to all out there, live from the Xfinity studio here at PHLY. And again, I am not Anthony Gargano. I think you figured that out by now. But welcome in. The show is presented by our friends at Bet Parks, as always. And I'm not going to go on my soapbox opening 5-minute tangent here. I'm going to go right to the three-man shot because I'm very excited to have an old friend of mine join us for a good chunk of today's show. Bob Cooney. What's up, Bobby?
VG, what's happening?
What's up, buddy?
All good?
Violations Greg in with us as always. Yeah, excited to catch up with you, Bob. I don't know if you heard the news, but LeBron James is a Sixer. We'll have to talk about that.
I heard the rumors.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The Phillies
that's pretty cool.
all of a sudden can't lose a baseball game.
Best team in baseball right now.
And,
Nola's back, baby. Like 3 years ago, 4.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll get to them. And then the Eagles and Patriots happen to be practicing, and we got some stuff to talk about there as well.
Yeah, I heard there was some action up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw something from the NHL Network to make it a full circle here.
It's pretty good.
Connor McDavid's going to be a Flyer.
When's that happening?
After this season.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'm just going to choose to believe it and speak it into existence.
Tell him to bring Draisaitl with him, and we'll be really happy.
Because I heard some guy from the NHL Network who I've never heard of before, but I have to choose to believe what he says, that the Philadelphia Flyers are one of 3 teams that Connor McDavid could go to.
Sure. And you were up in Nova Scotia recently,
Yeah.
so you were talking lots of hockey.
Yeah.
Pounding the pavement up there.
Yeah.
Gumshoe
And
work.
Philadelphia is a place where stars come, and they choose to be now. So I'm just going to choose to believe that Connor McDavid's going to be a Flyer in a year.
I have no problem with that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about today. Dealer's choice, Bobby. You're sitting in the big guest chair today. Would you like to start with a little Eagles, a little Phillies, or a little Sixers?
Let's start off with the Phillies.
The Phillies get it done again last night. They weren't going to let Flo Rida down on Tuesday night, and they weren't going to let Julia down on last night.
Set.
2 hours?
Yeah, I read about they said it was.
Did you see the dad that was like dancing with him?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And his shirt gets unbuttoned.
That guy was having the night of his life.
Best line of the night. So we go down to do our interviews after the Phillies game, right? And so for those that don't know, you talk to the manager first in one room, then we go into the clubhouse, talk to the players. We're going back to the press box afterwards, and Jim Salisbury, longtime legendary Phillies reporter,
Jimmy Stakes.
sitting next there, walking next to me, goes, and we can hear the noise, we can hear Flo Rida, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get stuck in all this Florida traffic."
Jim's the best.
He is the greatest. Yeah.
Do you think he was joking, or do you think he was serious?
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Knowing Jim, it's hard to tell. Sometimes he's very dry.
Yeah. But it was
My
classic.
cousin and his kids were down at the game the other night, and he goes, "I'm afraid to admit that it took me this long to realize his stage name is just his state." And I was like, "Dude, how did you miss that?"
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
But they get it done again last night. Bob, you were down in the clubhouse talking to the managers this week. You have a good sense of this team and where they're at right now. There's a lot to be encouraged about. Luis Arraez has changed this offense. But the thing that kind of has me feeling really good right now is, brace yourselves, Aaron Nola.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you once thought a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, this was a guy that you couldn't even pitch in a playoff situation. And now in the month of August, he has 23 innings pitched, a 2.74 ERA with 30 Ks. He seems to have cerebrally?
No.
Cerebally?
He's got smart.
I was trying to make up a word there.
He's not dumb anymore. Yeah.
But here, the graphic that Julia is showing you right now, only 5 NL pitchers have 25-plus Ks in August. The ERA leaders among them, Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, Aaron Nola, 1, 2, 3. And the reason this gives me optimism is because whoever you're playing, yeah, you feel good about Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo. If you're advancing
Do you feel good about Wheeler right now?
We'll talk about him a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, I do. I'm hoping they're trying to preserve some innings, but we'll talk about that. But if you get through the divisional round, or the wild card round, you were going to have to start a game with somebody.
Yeah.
Because those 3 can only take you so far. I'm starting to build up a little confidence that, all right, Aaron Nola isn't an automatic L if you get to the second round of the playoffs.
No, and VG used the right word. Whenever you're talking about baseball, you have to say right now. You have to say right now. Phillies are playing well right now. Phillies are a really good baseball team right now.
Because it's a frustrating sport because
it's
of that.
162. It goes on and on and on. And yeah, Jamie, to your point, also you have to throw in there, I think, Andrew Painter. Because if you're going to go 4 deep, you're probably going to look at the 3 big guys, as you said, Wheeler, Luzardo, and Sanchez. But then you're probably looking at a Nola / Painter.
Yeah.
You know, if Nola goes 4 or 5 innings and he's okay, it's probably your Painter coming in after that or something along those
Or
lines.
Nestor Cortez, baby.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
That's a good little.
No, you
little
no risk
low.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say low risk.
Yeah.
No
There's
risk.
no risk.
Yeah, no risk. But
Soft tosser, why not?
yeah, so I mean, it is impressive what's been going on. You brought up Arraez when they brought him on. He was hot, but it was funny. The other night, I'm looking. I was like, "What's he doing with the Phillies?" He was at 241 with the Phillies. Like
Very un-Arraez like.
Yeah, but he was hitting the ball hard at times. But he was also like he looked like he was getting fooled. And then he had a 3-hit game or whatever it was, and now he seems to be back. It just makes the lineup that much better.
It stretches it, yeah.
I wrote it the other day, like the approaches.
And by the way, Bob's working on Pattison these days. Make sure you check him out. And we got to do it.
Oh, yeah. What's the Twitter account we follow?
You got nuked. Elon nuked you. You were too hot.
At Bob Cooney 1076.
Make sure you follow my man.
But yeah, Arraez just stretches that lineup. The approach that Harper is taking now at the plate, like walks all over the place, and Stott, and the lineup when they're good, and they are good right now.
Right.
That's formidable.
And,
it is formidable.
And I talked to VG yesterday about this. It's kind of like the Dodgers are outside of the Brewers and the Cubs right now, who are just on tears.
Yeah.
Everybody has problems in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers, Edwin Diaz goes on the IL. Their starting pitching is up and down. Kyle Tucker is a waste of money. They're a Ponzi scheme.
About that.
Like baseball's just in it. Everybody's in a similar place.
Yeah, Cooney, there's an exec had said, an anonymous source said that good luck with Kyle Tucker once he gets paid. He doesn't love the sport, and he's not going to practice, and he's not going to care.
We were in the clubhouse the other night, and there was a pop-up hit to him out in right field. Yeah. And I guess you guys saw it. He looked like he's never played baseball before.
Yes.
There's something going on. Like I started thinking like Steve Sachs and Mackie Sasser from back in the day, guys that just got the yips.
Yeah.
You thought it was a great pickup by them in the offseason, but it's just not working out. And as Jamie said, the Dodgers have been having their struggles.
They seem to struggle with the bullpen, but the thing is with them, they have so many starting pitching that we saw last year. They just throw a stud into the bullpen.
And they get Blake Snell back in like August.
And what's he go, 6 and 2 hits the other night? So,
but yeah, I mean, the Luis Arraez effect is interesting because the offense is completely flipped on its head.
Yeah.
And Alec Boehm even gave him like, I don't know if it's the Tony Gwynn effect, osmosis, or what, but he was like, yeah, when you're around a guy like that with the bat-to-ball skills that Arraez has, like, you pick up on stuff. And I don't know if it's inspiring or you just learn something, but Luis Arraez appears like a really great trade deadline addition.
He is. And Boehm, when Arraez came, people talked about Arraez is going to protect Harper, and this is really cool. And I think I asked Mattingly, I said, well, who protects Arraez? And like, is it going to be a situational thing where your hottest hitter, you're going to have to put it to 5-hole, in order? And Alec Boehm has been that hottest hitter, and they put him there, and he stayed there, and he's coming up with clutch base hits. He just looks like a different player, and his attitude seems different. He's a very much, and I don't say this in a bad way, he's very much a cerebral baseball player where he thinks maybe too much.
Yeah.
And when he doesn't think, or when he's having fun, and you see the smile in the clubhouse, that's when you're getting kind of better things from him.
You've been around baseball a while. Do you give any credence to the brainstorming session the hitters had? It had started a little bit before Arraez got here.
Right?
Well, JT's, they said, had some pivotal messaging there.
He's the one, he's not benefiting at all.
Yeah.
Everybody else is. I don't know. Like, I've tried to ask some guys, like, what happened in the meeting? And it's more like, well, we just talked, and they don't want to give up. But if you think about it, like, if the three of us or more got together and we want to talk about it, what do you say? Like, I got to be better at taking pitches. I'm swinging at pitches out of the strike zone. Like, is it like an AA meeting where you admit your faults or something? I don't know. Whatever it was, it worked.
And I've been 28 days without listening to his advice, and I hope to continue.
Derek Hill I talked to the other day. And
another great pickup.
Yeah.
I hate to give Dombrowski too much credit.
Oh, sounds like you're glazing over Dombo.
No, I haven't, because I think for the most part his signings have been bad. But this trade deadline, I mean, between Hill, The bullpen pieces kind of look like they stink. But Hill and Arraez are quality.
Yeah, very much so quality. And he tried to go after bullpen pieces.
Yeah.
And look, if bringing Painter back up works, well, that's part him too, because before they brought Painter back up, a week before, we were talking to Mattingly in the dugout, and somebody asked him about Painter, and he said, look, we didn't put him down in the minors to say, oh, he looks ready now and bring him back. That's not what this is about. So I came away with that. Well, okay, Painter's done for here this season.
That's what I thought, too.
And then they sneakily bring him back, and he's been really
It must have been
good.
something with his mechanics they just wanted to iron out.
And, you brought up Kevin Long. Derek Hill I was talking to the other day, and he said, yeah, when I got here, Kevin Long got me into my legs about how I should be pushing off of my legs more. And he said, it's really, really helped me. He said, the coaching here is phenomenal. So as much as we kind of look at it with the
Chat's
side
not going to love that. Praise on Kevin Long.
Chat, let's get a little thumbs up for my man Bob sitting in with us. But there's a lot of, I said to Corey yesterday doing the Philly show, I was like, I know it's Alcantara tonight because the Phillies were plus 145 dogs. I was like, I like them. They just have a little bit of mojo finally.
Yeah.
It feels like after that St. Louis series, Bohm getting baptized in the cornfields of Iowa,
I mean,
they got a little bit of
competition.
They got a little
Hasn't
juice.
been great.
Yeah, but the Marlins are always pesky to the Phillies.
Yeah,
And you swept
but
them.
I gotta, I don't want to get fully in there yet. I still don't want to get hurt
I'm
again.
getting a little drunk with optimism. Why not us? Baseball's weird. You just got to be hot at the end of September.
And they're hot right now.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting is
And Stott, I love.
we had talked before, like they couldn't play any small ball, and now it seems like they're getting on base, they're moving runners, they're aggressive on the bases.
Yeah, and we asked Mattingly about it. Like, are you managing differently now that you have it? He's like, no, not really. And we were like, well, what about all the singles? He goes, I'm not telling them to go out there and hit singles. I still love doubles and home runs.
Right.
He said it just so happens to be the way it's going right now. And Jamie hit on a good point. Maybe you look at an Arraez and you go, man, this guy's got 3 batting titles under his belt. He doesn't go up there with launch angle and stuff like that. The guy's looking to put the ball where people aren't.
Yeah.
And he does a pretty good job of that.
Mm-hmm.
And with Stott's performance at third, like I start to
He's
look
a
at-
magician.
He is one of the best fielding Phillies I've ever seen.
I take it back. Someone had said he was Freddie Galvis with a better walk-off song. No. He's proven that wrong.
And now you feel comfortable, like if the free agent market, which I don't think is great next year, and the lockout's a whole nother story because that's inevitable. But you start to think like, okay, well now I have the option of Stott being a second baseman or a third baseman, and I kind of give myself more angles to if we keep Arraez, great. If we go trade for Ketel Marte, great. Like Stott
Where
gives
is he?
you.
Does anybody know where he is?
Right? Wild.
He's
Ketel
getting his
Marte?
knee scoped, but it feels something.
They didn't know where he was the other
It was
day.
very weird. But to use the great Sam Hinkie word, Stott really gives you some optionality with this offseason.
He does. Like the Arraez thing, everybody kept bringing up in the Phillies organization, Rental. And I was like, why? Take a look at this
He
guy.
does
This
something
is a
the rest
guy-
of the team doesn't.
I don't know if we were still together on the radio, Jane, but this is someone for some reason that I've been all in on, like saying the Phillies should get since we were back on the radio. I love having a guy like this in the lineup, and I think it's what they need. And I made the comparison long ago. It was like the 1980 Phillies. They had stars all around. They just didn't have that one guy. And then they go out and get Pete Rose, who got on base all the time, made Mike Schmidt, Greg Luzinski, all those guys better. Well, that's what Luis Arraez has been doing. I mean, Bryce Harper has over a 500 on-base percentage since Arraez has got here.
He's in the top 10 finally now, I think, in the
Crazy.
Major League.
Yeah, he's looking at Dombrowski and like, see what somebody behind me does?
But what do you say when people are like, well, we're not paying Bryce Harper to walk. We don't want him to walk.
Okay, but I'll take him on base as opposed to swinging at pitches outside of the strike
They're
zone.
fourth in baseball
Right?
since Arraez got here and runs scored a game. Like it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Until it doesn't work, I'll take it.
Well, I wrote it the other day. I was like, the showman all of a sudden now is the setup man, right? And that's kind of what he's become. And it's okay. If you're winning, that's okay. And for Bryce Harper to do that, it's A, amazing that he's okay to do it. And then B, like he had a swing in the third inning the other day after walking in the first, and he just missed a home run. It was up against the wall in left field. He'll be the showman when he has to be or wants to be the showman. But to win games, he's got to get on base to get Luis Arraez up to the plate that can move him around. And hopefully there's somebody else on base when Harper's getting his walks or whatever he's doing.
All right. EJ Smith's going to join us from Foxborough at 9:30 to talk about the joint practices yesterday. So we'll temper a little bit of the Eagles talk, but it was the A.J. Brown circus day yesterday. I just got to tell you, I love Devontae Smith so much. Hey, the reporters, I forget who asked it. Hey, Devontae, did you get a chance to talk to A.J. today? Nah.
Yeah, that was
Case
it.
closed. And they asked Jalen. He's like, no, I haven't had the opportunity yet, but maybe I will. He was just like, yeah, I'm done with this. It wasn't a drama factory like I thought it would be. But I chuckled at AJ Brown asking reporters to keep things positive, and it's like, dude, you did this.
Yeah.
Like you sank last year.
Yeah.
Like, you made it weird, justified or not. But yes, joint practice yesterday. Allegedly, the Eagles cornerbacks had a tough day versus.
I mean, allegedly,
versus
AJ had a pretty good day.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
I loved AJ Brown when he was here. Now he's a Patriot, and I hope the worst for him. I mean,
That's the mature,
I don't
the
know
mature
if he's
fan. Jamie Lambs. Yeah.
I hope he doesn't like get
I think
injured.
he went 7
bring
for
us a
7
Super
on
Bowl.
11 11s and 7 on 7 yesterday. He dropped the one deep one, but then after
That's 'cause
that,
you know who was on him.
well, Quinyon was on him also a lot.
Oh, Q.
Yeah, but he was also
Q held him at the end.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just hands play.
Yeah, it's getting handsy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
well,
what corners do. They're handsy.
You got it. Receivers have all the advantage. But apparently, Jalen Hunt continued to impress. Some reports out there, I heard Bo and EJ talking about him having a really good day. But allegedly, some Patriots employees were texting people in the media saying this 58's a problem. Jalen Hunt is maybe the most exciting Eagle this year for me to watch.
Wow.
It
That's
feels
a
like
bold
this,
statement, Jamie.
it feels like this kid's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, which is a dirty word in sports.
Yes,
Which you hate,
I could
but
feel like a real idiot a month from now.
no, but you know, the Eagles have had those guys that have come through on the defensive line. Like, boom, this guy comes out of nowhere, or, you know, on defensive line. I'm not saying just defensive ends, but like a Milton Williams, and you have other guys that they'll have these phenomenal years, and boom, they're gone. They get the big money. Okay, if Jalen Hunt wants to give you a year or two of that and then go get his big money, sure. You know, that'll be okay here. But apparently the defensive line was really, really good yesterday.
And I'm bugging about. I've talked to VG this week about it. This Jonathan Grenard injury is clearly something more serious than they let on. They asked Vic Fangio about it yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure he'll be there week 1 for us." So you kind of need Jalen Hunt and Nola Smith to carry the workload here.
They're watching their words. I mean, it's not like he's going to miss 4 games. I mean,
no,
it's just not going to be.
Bo said he thinks it's unlikely he starts the year on the PUP list.
Yeah,
but it's a new system for him. Vic Fangio's tough on guys, and it's probably not the easiest system to pick up, but maybe one of the easier positions to lead it.
And we've been hurt before from our sports teams not really telling us much about an injury and then being like,
you don't say.
My God, really? He's going to be out for
Andrew,
4
who's the
weeks?
first one that comes to mind? Andrew Bynum.
Andrew Bynum, yeah. Well, Joel Embiid, when, you know, the second year that he, like the fact that I sat and had a one-on-one interview with Sam Hinkie in Las Vegas, talking all about Joel Embiid, flew home the next day before I met them out. Or no, that was in Utah. Flew home for one day to see my kid playing a championship and then flew out to Las Vegas. Hinkie tells me all these things about Joel Embiid. I get home and they come out that he's going to miss the year. And I'm like, you couldn't told me that yesterday. Like,
just wasted all that transcribing I did?
Yes, exactly. But yes, Philadelphia isn't great with injuries.
No, it's not. So we'll talk more about the Eagles in camp yesterday with EJ Smith coming up inside the nest with Rita's. But Bob, it moved yesterday.
Again?
Yeah, it moves a lot. That's a good.
Does.
It's a good sign for a guy in his 40s.
Yes.
And you know why it moved?
You saw some highlights.
Yeah.
You saw some.
I saw some gym
people in the lab.
I saw some buff dudes.
It wasn't Ben
Shirtless.
Simmons against a trainer.
Not named Ben Simmons in the gym playing ball. And sometimes, like, I know it's real. Like, we've done a ton of work here about LeBron James being a Sixer. Sometimes it still doesn't feel real. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I had somebody asking me and say, look, there's still a big weakness.
Give me a cigarette and some bonbons, baby. Let me get my feet up.
Again with the bonbons.
It's a Peggy Bundy.
Goes to
reference.
Costco and get a ton of bonbons.
I don't even think they make bonbons anymore.
Post-activity bonbons.
Yeah, this is
Tyrese, Jalen Brown, and
the audio.
James.
The audio is really cool. Where they're apparently
LeBron
they're
is yelling like,
yeah.
"Cut here, go here."
Come on, I gotta help yours. Right there. Oh, bad.
Yeah, or shot
Come on,
clock
Reese.
going down.
Come on,
I
Reese.
mean, it's big, and if you watch, like they'll score and then they'll get a ball back immediately.
Get up, baby.
So it looks like
Right
it's kind of a
there.
5-second
One on
drill
one.
that they're
Good
working
move.
on.
One on one.
Very cool, you know. And you watch, you listen to
2,
And he's a coach on the
1.
court.
Well, the cool thing is somebody asked me on a show I did last week about, the Sixers really still don't have a backup center and stuff like that.
LeBron can play it.
I said, guess what? Dembona just got a hell of a lot better just by this. Because LeBron James will tell him where to be, what to do, how to do it, and he'll chastise him when he does the stupid thing.
And if he's stupid enough,
Dembona
LeBron will
does.
say, go get your ass on the bench. I'll play the 5.
Yeah. It's they had about 3 or 4 holes still after they got Jalen Brown. He was like the
2/3 of those 3 problems.
all of them. I think they're all taken
Bob,
care
you've
of.
covered. You've been around basketball for a long time. I think like we all know what LeBron brings on the floor, but you're kind of alluding to it. He may be the smartest, most studied. Like this guy is a basketball junkie that knows everything about every situation. And we talk about Arraez's effect on the Phillies with bat to ball stuff. The osmosis that this Sixers locker room is going to get from being around him is maybe the best thing of it all.
It might be, because I found myself so many times this year being at Sixers games, scratching my head a little bit, saying, "Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Now, some of it was like you would see a fast break, and Maxey would have the ball on a 3-on-2 or 4-on-3 or something, and he'd throw the ball, and not just Maxey, anybody would throw the ball to an Dembona sprinting down the floor, and it's the ball's in the air. I'm going, "What are you doing? Why?" LeBron James isn't going to allow that to happen, and it just won't. And this team will get so much better mentally simply because he's there every day, and not someone that's afraid to speak up, that really thrives on that. And I'll tell you, the question's been posed to me so many times, how's this going to work? How's that going to work? I would love to be Nick Nurse right now.
Yeah.
Like, I would kill.
How do you
to be
feel
Nick
about
Nurse
him being
right
the
now.
steward of this?
I feel pretty good.
on him.
LeBron seems to. I mean, he wouldn't be here if he didn't think Nick Nurse was a good coach. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's that important.
Oh, and that was a key part. It was there was a meeting, there was talks before he decided to come here. Nurse really impressed me last year in the Boston series. And the reason being, guys, was because once Embiid was back and all, and even before Embiid was back, but he had a chance to know who his team was for the first time. Because, look, I wrote it, and I say Joel Embiid wasn't a very good teammate last year. They didn't know if he was playing or not. They didn't know when he was going to show up. Plenty of sources tell me he comes to the arena at 6:30 for a 7:00 game.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good enough. And I know that weighed heavily on a lot of people down there. When Nick Nurse knew what he had and what he could work with in that Celtics series, and I'm talking film sessions and all the talks that we had, I think he can get dialed in and get the team to play really well. So I think with this team particularly, I think he's a really good fit.
We're talking about the effect that LeBron has on the young players and stuff. Is it possible that Joel's impervious to that effect? Like he's just going to do his thing? Because we don't see. It seems like everyone's on the same page. They're working out together, and you don't hear or see Joel anywhere.
Well, he better. And this is part of what I wrote. LeBron James isn't going to sit on a plane for an hour and a half waiting for Embiid to get there before they leave a city to go home or before they leave home to go to another city. He's not going to be standing there at 6:30 saying, is Embiid here? That ain't going to flush. And I don't think the upper management, the new Bob Myers and Mike Gansey, they're not going to put up with it. I really do get that feeling with these guys that this is just conjecture on my part, that they've had that talk with him. Like, look, get your bleep together. Yeah. Let's go.
I wouldn't want to hear about traffic coming from the main line.
Well, it's weird. Like we were in Boston for a playoff game, right? And I guess it was Game 7, and the Sixers win. Obviously, we do our interviews. Guys leave. There's a chalkboard. First bus 11:00, second bus 11:15, third bus 11:30. So the guys that are getting on the last bus are getting to the airport at like 11:45, right? Going onto the airplane. Embiid didn't come out to talk to us until 12:20. So the guys that went on the first bus Kyle Lowry, first bus, has already been sitting on a plane for over an hour. Right. And I asked one of the PR people, I said, "What?" Well, he's got to get treatment from a whole bunch of different people, so that's what takes so long. Earlier. And then I started some digging. That's really not the case all the time. Man. So, like, this is stuff that just needs to be worked on. And look, I'll say this because I've been around since Embiid was drafted. They allowed him to do this.
They created it.
They created it, and now they have to uncreate it. Now, the pictures that we've seen of Embiid since... Embiid looks good. So
no braces on those knees.
No, nothing. And you know what?
He said he feels good.
Good. Good. Because that's... And after last, they got swept by the Knicks. The first thing he said at our press conference was, I thought the season was a success, and everybody got pissed off. And I understand that because you just lost. But he was saying it in that my knees feel good now, and I don't think it's something I'm going to have to go through as much as I've gone through the last few years. So Embiid still is a huge piece to this team.
We got a $20 super chat from Fit Dad CEO. Here's $20 because Bob Cooney's here. Excited for this show.
Bob.
We just bought Bob lunch.
Nice. We'll continue to talk Sixers with Bob all day because he knows the Sixers as well as anybody out there. And there was a question in the comment section too, Bob. Why isn't Embiid with these guys in the gym? I assume just because it's in LA and Joel doesn't really want to travel cross country and do all that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just a guess.
Yeah, I made some phone calls wondering when LeBron was going to be in town because there was like 8 to 10 guys I was told working out in Camden, and I think Embiid was part of that.
I think he was there. There was
VJ was there. Yeah.
September 28th is media day, so I assume LeBron's probably just in a couple days before that.
So I asked, is LeBron around? What's the deal? And they said he's got some travel things that he's got to do.
He's got a golf channel he's launching. He's got work to do.
Right. The Sixers people were out in L.A. meeting with LeBron's people as of last week. So there's just a lot of stuff, and these guys, the offseason isn't all that long.
No.
So they do want to get in what they want to get in. As long as they're getting the work in, I'm okay. We would think like, just get on a plane and go out to L.A. and work out. They have the wherewithal, obviously, to do that.
I'm not too concerned about it.
I don't. Like, look, family comes first.
Yeah.
If Embiid, I guess he doesn't want to put his kid on a plane. Hey, let's go out to L.A. I don't know. But as long as he's in the gym, I'm all right with it.
All right, let's take a little respite.
Hold on, just real quick. Jake Friel in the chat. Morning, fellas, just popping in real quick. Having the baby today. Let's go.
Jake.
Congratulations, Jake. Good luck.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever. I tell people, because I didn't think I was going to be this guy. Everybody that's about to have a kid, I always say, watch. I thought I was going to be an up on the shoulders guy and a little squeamish. Get in there. Grab an ankle, grab a knee. It's the coolest, greatest experience you'll ever have.
I literally, our first child.
Watch it. It's incredible.
Our first child, the doctor had to go, Bob, back up. Will you please? I was like right there. Yeah.
It is such a great experience.
Don't you go to the bar and hang out with your boys and they just call you? It's a boy. It's a boy.
So, Jake, get in there, man. Grab a knee. All the best to the family today. All right, on the other side, E.J. Smith is going to join us live from Foxborough, recapping yesterday, looking ahead to today, the joint practice with the Pats and Eagles. Parks Casino, that's my casino of choice. Why? Because it's easy to get to from everywhere. Street Road in Ben Salem, off the Turnpike, off 95. You can get there from anywhere. And it's a great place of headline entertainment and award-winning fine dining. With their food court area and restaurant selection, there's something for everyone. And make the night complete and stay over at the beautiful Parks View Hotel. It's just steps away from Parks Casino and offers complimentary shuttle service. Just announce comedian Ben Bankus, August 22nd. Magician Michael Carbonaro on September 19th. Tickets still available for these headliners at Parks Casino. The Excite Center is awesome. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, August 28th, coming up. Sebastian Bach with special guest. Head to parkscasino.com to buy tickets. You must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. A lot changes in sports in 5 years. Think about all the players that come and go. You know what can't change? Your price guarantee from Xfinity right now. What if you can have that reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And what if you could keep it at that same price for 5 whole years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. It makes everything in your home work together. My house runs seamlessly on it. And it finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. All your devices working in perfect harmony. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won. Players come and go. But the price of your internet and home Wi-Fi doesn't have to change. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Let's go inside the nest. Brought to you by Rita's Water Ice. They got the Shirley Temple flavor out. It's new. Only for a limited time. EJ Smith joins us. What's up, EJ?
What's going on, guys? How are we doing today?
Man,
Doing
looking
well.
good in the sun, EJ. Looking good.
Nice hat.
Yeah.
It was a hot one out here yesterday. Kind of heated up as the day progressed. I didn't expect it. You feel like you're going up north. It's going to be cool, but yeah, it was a good day. A lot of notes yesterday. A lot of things happening.
Yeah, so EJ, obviously there was the A.J. Brown situation. You were over at his media session, but all reports and the footage we saw, it appears A.J. looked pretty good out on the field versus the Eagles secondary.
Yeah, I've never been someone who argued that AJ maybe had lost his step last year. I think with AJ, he has always had a tendency to kind of float through games, especially when he's not maybe 100% invested and feeling great. And I think yesterday you saw that he still has explosiveness. He still has that top gear. First snap of the joint practices, it's Quinyon Mitchell lined up across from AJ Brown during wide receiver DB one-on-ones. And yeah, AJ runs a go route, and he hit top speed pretty quickly there. And Quinyon's as fast as anybody on the team. He might be the fastest guy on the team on the Eagles, and he had trouble keeping up with AJ there. He has great recovery speed, and obviously he was in great coverage to force an incompletion on that first rep. But yeah, AJ was heavily involved in the Patriots offense yesterday. Honestly had a really productive day. I know some Eagles fans won't want to hear it, but yeah, he looked really good yesterday.
So all the reports and listening to you and Bo yesterday, are we 2 or 3 o'clock today for the people? Do we know?
We should be 3 o'clock. We're figuring that out right now. We got to see if we're borrowing a set from one of our friends in the Boston media. So we're figuring that out. Probably 3 o'clock though. If I had to guess right now.
I was watching yesterday. It appears the Eagles secondary struggled a little bit in totality as a unit. What were your observations? Because that should be an extreme strength for the Birds this year with the addition of Woolen and Cooper DeJean's versatility. What did you see from the secondary unit as a whole yesterday?
Yeah, I would say that the biggest, the steepest transition that a position group had on the Eagles yesterday was the secondary. I mean, obviously there are some questions about the Eagles receiving core, and New England spent the whole offseason rebuilding there. So it's not just AJ, it's Romeo Doubs. Obviously, they've got some good depth guys as well. Slot had a good day, but I thought that in general, I thought that Romeo Doubs gave Woolen some trouble. AJ Brown, when he got matched up against Woolen, gave him trouble. I'd say most of it came down to Woolen. Cooper DeJean gave up a few catches to Douglas as well, but overall, yeah, it was not the best day for the secondary. The thing I would say is that the way that the Patriots operate as a passing game. Drake Maye is an aggressive quarterback, and he kind of pushes the envelope in terms of what would be a sack in practice. Jalen,
I heard you say that yesterday.
Yeah, Jalen, we've seen the ball out on time a lot more. A lot more underneath routes. With Drake Maye, there were probably 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 times where you're kind of arguing: was that a sack? Was that not a sack? Would he have made it out? Our friend Robert Kraft is visiting again. He's flying in. If you hear the helicopter in the background. Yeah, he's in and out, man. He is in and out. So I would say it was a rougher day for the secondary, but I think some of that you can explain away with the fact that the Eagles would have probably gotten a lot more pressure on Drake Maye in a game situation where the pressure actually has an effect on the quarterback.
Hey, EJ, I think we talked earlier this week. We expected the D-line to have a good day because the Patriots are a little banged up at the O-line, but is it as good as we're reading? It seems like they dominated the Patriots offensive line.
Yeah, so they did one-on-ones on the far field behind a crowd of bodies. So I didn't get a chance to really see what it looked like, for one-on-ones for them. I saw Jalen Hurts got the better of Will Campbell, and I thought that was an encouraging sign. He's looked really good all summer. But in general, yeah, I do think the Eagles' defensive line really showed up. The Patriots' run game did not have a lot of daylight. They didn't really have a chance to really get a whole lot going. So, yeah, I think the Eagles won the battle on the line of scrimmage, but again, in a practice setting that's not quite as pronounced.
Mm-hmm. EJ, did you get a chance to see the Eagles' offensive line at all yesterday? And if so, how did they look?
So I watched defense yesterday. Bo watched offense, but I mean, I talked to Bo long enough where I feel like I can speak on it with authority here. The Eagles' run game was really good yesterday. Saquon Barkley, we kind of get used to seeing Saquon at Eagles practice. Obviously we see him every day. The Patriots people, Patriots media members, Patriots, officials throughout the organization. I think Saquon turned a lot of heads yesterday. He's looked really good this summer. He looks explosive. He looks quick. He looks fresh. Last summer, by comparison, maybe not quite as much. It was more about management for him. He has a couple runs every practice where he reminds you that he is Saquon Barkley. So, I think it was a good day for the Eagles run game. I think the pass game was up and down. It kind of depends on the conversation you want to have with it. But I think the run game showed some encouraging signs. And for me, that's the bottom line, right? This Eagles offense is going to run through the run game, and Saquon Barkley and that offensive line. I think we've seen enough to believe that that's something they're going to be able to do this season.
EJ, the wide receiver core on this team, obviously Devontae Smith, nobody has any concerns about. He was asked yesterday about the hamstring. He said basically, yeah, I feel good. I think I talked to Fran or Bo the other day, and they were like, yeah, it may be deeper than it's ever been. It's just not as top heavy as it's been. What did you see from the Eagles wide receivers yesterday? Tay Wicks, Elijah Moore, Darius Cooper. I saw making a couple guys look silly out there. How are we feeling about the Eagles wide receiver core after yesterday?
Yeah, they're a lot better 3 through 6 than they normally would be. But the big thing is that, you had Devontae as a wide receiver 2 before, and now he's your number 1. And there's some questions about what it's going to look like too. I thought Dontavian Wicks had some of the most standout reps, in terms of the highlights and stuff you'll see matriculating on social media after practice. He's just a really good route runner. He's a better route runner than you'd expect for his size. He's a little bit more physical than you would expect. He's kind of, just kind of above average in every area. So, I think Fran compared him to Jason Avant, maybe just with slightly worse hands. I think that's a fun and a fair comparison there. I think he's a solid, rotational player there. I think you can rely on him in some situations. And Jalen has really developed a lot of chemistry with him as well. I think Elijah Moore obviously had probably the biggest day of practice, caught a bomb from Jalen Hurts. The team put out on social media afterward. And he's an interesting one because he's really going to have to do twice as much to make the 53 compared to some of these other guys, in my opinion, just by the nature of he's been on a practice squad before and not been claimed. I think the Eagles will have to really feel like the off chance that he gets claimed is not worth the risk and keep him on the 53, even though he has had a really productive summer. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do at receiver. But the depth is definitely better. If Mekhi Lemon comes back and looks like what we'd expect him to look like, now that room looks a lot better. You feel really good about that group because, I think they are pretty solid 1 through 5 or 1 through 6 there.
Yeah, I saw you and Bo, speaking of the Sean Mannion new look offense, Lindsay turned around a great short for you guys last night. And make sure you're following EJ on Twitter at EJSmith94. Follow the PHLY_Eagles account. Tons of great footage coming out from the practices. But one of the things I saw from yesterday in show was, Bo and you addressing the kind of new look offense. And there was almost an invited pressure from Jalen Hurts where he kind of faked somebody out and was able to use his legs to open up an entire new play and lane. What are your observations from the little bit of Sean Mannion offense you're seeing versus what should be a very good Patriots defense?
Yeah, so I think it's an interesting discussion. And, it starts with, what we talked about in yesterday's show, where, Jalen's ability to, sorry, I got a truck driving by me here. This place is like a maze,
Yeah, don't get hit.
Asks, don't worry.
Head on a swivel,
Yeah. But the interesting thing about it is with Jalen, that play in particular, I think was a good illustration. We talk a lot about the constant turnover at offensive coordinator. And how that really manifests itself for Jalen Hurts. And I think that was a good example where, you'll hear quarterbacks talk about, we ran this play, and this play is really set up to be a cover 2 beater. And, they showed cover 2 pre-snap, and they rotated down to single high post-snap. And that's what the money's for at quarterback. It's the times where things aren't perfect, when it's muddy, when it's, you have to make a quick read, you have to react and adjust post-snap. And that was an example of Jalen doing that. And, with a quarterback like Matt Stafford or a quarterback like, sorry, guys, I know it's probably brutal. If a quarterback who is experienced is going to be able to say, okay, I've seen this play against all these different coverage looks. I've seen it against cover 2. I've seen it against quarters. I've seen it against cover 3. Jalen hasn't seen these plays against different coverage looks yet. This is his first time probably yesterday. Whatever the look was that caught him off guard, this was his first time really having to deal with that. And I think, again, that's a good example of like, what does it mean to be with a first-time coordinator and learning a new offense. So, I thought it was a good question from Bo. I enjoyed the discussion we had on it. Overall, though, just looking at the pass game, I think the play action game has looked pretty good. I think that Jalen's footwork has looked good, and I think the kind of the on schedule stuff has looked good. My question is something that we hear a lot with these McVay Shanahan systems is, what does it look like when you don't have the play action to lean on? What does it look like when it's 3rd and long? And it's basically just like you're going to have a route concept and you have to make the right read and you have to be on time and really you have to create sometimes out of structure. Jalen's best seasons, he's been really good out of structure. Last year, he really wasn't quite as good out of structure. And I think, that's a question we still haven't really answered. I think, yesterday they had a 2-minute drill at the end of practice. It's a situational period. And, the offense struggled. And I think that that's kind of the growing pains of this system that is so reliant on play action, pass, and run game. You kind of have to figure the other stuff out. I think they're still in the process of doing that.
EJ, I need an update on the people's champ, Willie Lampkin. What are you hearing?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every day, he just does something. You have to suspend disbelief when you watch him. It's funny. I did a Q&A with the diehards on my way up here. I took the train and, one of the things that someone asked me is like, how do you feel about Willie Lampkin, playing in a game or, being a starter? And I said, I think he still has questions to answer. The thing I'm kind of hung up on is if you get a nose tackle on a head of steam on a twist stunt coming right at him, is he able to hold up at the point of attack? But honestly, every time you see him, he is holding up at the point of attack. He is just so much stronger than you'd expect him to be at that size. And honestly, I think that showed up yesterday as well.
So EJ, we looking at same kind of rundown today, 10:20 to 12:30-ish practice. Any new wrinkles in today's joint practice, or is it kind of same as yesterday?
I think it should be pretty similar to yesterday. I was on AJ Brown duty yesterday, making sure I had that whole thing covered. You can read all the news about AJ and everything else really at allphly.com. But yeah, today I'll be more Eagles focused, which will be good. Get to some press conferences. I believe we hear from Sean Mannion in about 10 minutes. So yeah, it should be a lot of news, a lot of updates today. Should be a good day.
Nice. And I know there was a celebratory lobster roll yesterday. How did it rate?
Yeah. I should have sent you the picture. I'll send it to you. You can flash it up on the show later on if you want.
What do we give it out of 10?
It's a 9.5 out of 10. The only lobster roll I can find that's better than this one is in Maine, where the lobster is just different in Maine. But there's this place called Dune Brothers out here. I've been there a few times. I don't mind giving them free advertisement. And it's funny because one of the times I was there, Howie Roseman was also there. And if anybody knows anything about Howie, he's a huge foodie. So if he likes the place, it's elite. So yeah, it's probably my second favorite lobster roll that I've ever had. So yeah, I got it yesterday. Probably my 3rd or 4th time having it. It never misses, as the kids would say.
EJ, before you get out of here, just real quick, reports of Jake Elliott missed 3 of 5 field goals yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you think they consider bringing anybody in at some point?
They guaranteed his salary for this year. I think that it's going to have to get worse probably for them to make a move like that. I don't think they'll bring competition in for him during camp. Let's see how the season goes. But yeah, it wasn't a great day for him yesterday. Overall, when we've heard from him, I wouldn't say it's overly confidence inspiring, some of the stuff that you hear. He kind of pushes back on the idea that last year was a bad year, that his confidence was shaken. He put it up to the elements. It was windy here yesterday. As if you watched the show, you saw it was windy.
Yeah.
But again, it's you kick in the Northeast. That's kind of par for the course. So not a great day for him yesterday. It'll be interesting to see if he bounces back.
All right, EJ, thanks for joining us. Go get over to Sean Mannion. Follow EJ Smith 94 on Twitter, PHLY Eagles account. They're doing a great job up there, so give them a follow. And 3 o'clock today, most likely, for the Eagles show, we will update the masses on social media when we confirm that.
Yep, appreciate it. All right, guys, let's talk soon.
See you, EJ. And there he is with Inside the Nest, presented by Rita's Water Ice. Jake Elliott. I know you golfed with him recently, Bob.
I did. I golfed with him 3 weeks ago.
I hear he's the best stick on the team.
He's an unbelievable golfer.
Really?
If this kicking thing doesn't work, he might have a future there.
Corn Ferry Tour?
Oh,
Was he low 70s?
he probably would have broken par. Now, we played at a course where he was a member before, but like this guy is so good. We were 254 out on one hole, par 5, and he's like, he takes out. I said, "What are you hitting?" He's 4-iron. I was like, okay.
4-iron?
4-iron. And he goes, yeah, there's a little mound to the right on the green that if I can hit it there, it'll roll it down. Like, this is how good the guy is.
Damn.
And he put it within 6 feet. 254 4-iron, put him within 6 feet.
Damn.
We played 9 holes. It was a scramble, but we were 8 under after 9. And mostly because of Jake Elliott. He is a phenomenal guy.
How's BG's game?
He's getting there.
Yeah.
He's
working at it. He's
he looks like he might have more time to work at it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Eagles are going to have him back anytime soon.
Looking unlikely.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
This is concerning, Jake Elliott, all this time on the course. Like, what are we doing here?
He did not have a great year last year.
Oh.
And
I wonder why. He's out on the links every day. Like, what are we
I think
doing?
he's been a great golfer his whole life. I don't think this is something he just acquired.
And the way he became a kicker was he was in high school and like
Was he a soccer player or something?
No, he just went onto the field and he kicked the ball and like hit it from like 44 and then just went about his business, whatever else he was. Oh, he's a tennis player. And he went to tennis practice. Then they had something going on, like a pep rally or something. And the coach was like, hey, let's get that Elliott kid out here. And they put him on the team, and he just started kicking.
Well,
and and now he's made an NFL career.
Yeah, well, not much worse than losing an NFL game due to your kicking. So let's hope Jake Elliott bounces back. We'll see. But thanks to EJ for joining the show. Make sure you follow along for the Eagles. They're crushing it up there. We will get you that picture of the lobster roll. I
got to say, we were down the shore last night, and for dinner, my wife got a lobster roll.
How'd it look?
She said it was really, really good. Now, she's not a snotty. She doesn't travel all that much, so her best lobster rolls have probably come from, like, Cape May.
Yeah.
I
I have a take when it comes to seafood. I think crab's better than lobster.
Oh, no question in my mind. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No question.
No
Look at
question
us.
in your mind.
Look at us.
If you don't have butter, lobster's nothing.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a snotty, tasteless food.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
you probably grew up on.
No, I did not grow up in a I did not grow up in a seafood house. We had I never ate fish growing up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I was not a seafood house.
yeah,
My dad liked crabs. We would
It's
do
a
that.
pate household, Bob.
Yeah.
That's a pate.
Yeah, I was a meatloaf household and casseroles.
Yeah.
Mom, Mom was working, man. There was always just like, here's a casserole with the instructions on the counter. Put the oven on at 350 for 25 minutes. I miss casseroles, actually.
I'll bring one in next time. Next time you
this
have me.
casserole game.
I don't think she has one. No. We haven't gotten into Donna's casserole game, but we've only been married for 35 years.
Yeah.
So
she'll surprise you.
maybe one of these days. Who knows?
All right, coming up, we're gonna do some VG's Nugs, and we got the editor Pat McClune joining us, old good friend of Bob Cooney's.
That's right, my former boss.
So we will talk with Pat and do some Nugs on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, have you been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home? This is it. Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now with some of the lowest prices of the season. You'll find hot buys for every room starting at just $4.99, plus find savings up to $1,000 store-wide, and with 0% interest for 60 months and buy now, pay later financing. How about that? It's never been easier to bring your home the furniture you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Ashley's Labor Day sale in-store or online, or take advantage of these incredible savings while they last. For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family-owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com. Hey, have you been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home? This is it. Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now with some of the lowest prices of the season. You'll find hot buys for every room starting at just $4.99, plus find savings up to $1,000 store-wide, and with 0% interest for 60 months and buy now, pay later financing. How about that? It's never been easier to bring your home the furniture you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Ashley's Labor Day sale in-store or online, or take advantage of these incredible savings while they last.
Jamie Lynch with special guest Bob Cooney in with us today. Violations Greg filling in for Anthony Gargano this week in the Xfinity studio. And, of course, we're presented by Bet Parks. Julia, I don't want to catch you off guard, but do you have that little surprise photo I want to drop on Bob before we get to VG's Nugs from yesterday? Because I don't know if you saw this.
I don't know.
It has to do with an alma mater of yours, so you probably did. But some exciting Camden Catholic news as James Bradbury gets named assistant coach of the football team yesterday. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was talking, believe it or not, James.
No way. You were talking to somebody at Camden Catholic?
The head coach of the football team is a good friend of mine. So I called John the other day. John Martino's the head football coach the other day, and we were just going back and forth. And then we got off the phone. He goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Guess who's on my staff?" And I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "James Bradbury." I was like, "No way.
Where does that come from?"
So Bradbury was working out in a gym, and I guess was
he still lives in the area?
I guess he lives over in South Jersey, working out in a gym. Some of the guys were talking football. They're friends with John Martino, saying, this guy's a great coach, doing great things over there, whatever. And Bradbury said, "I'd love to get into coaching," and got in touch with my friend John Martino. Martino's like, "Of course, come on over." And
that's very cool.
Yeah. Said he is the nicest guy and one of the quietest guys you'll ever meet.
He always looked quiet. You know how you can just see some people and you're like, you look like you'd be quiet.
No,
he's got the quiet look to him.
I pride myself on being able to read people. I looked at somebody and said, "They look like they're quiet."
Yeah, no, I think you can tell like
people that are just sitting like this.
Yeah,
you look quiet. Yeah,
Bradbury looks quiet.
Yeah,
he had a great first year with the Birds. He fell off the second year, but it is what it is. But that's very cool for Camden Catholic.
That is. I mean, it's cool for the area.
Yeah, it is.
For the kids to see that somebody wants to stay in the game and be able to, go around and teach these kids what they've learned. And like Paul Palmer from Temple, he coached many, many years over at Haddon Heights High School, was an assistant coach. Like never the head coach, but for many years was there and hardly anybody knew about it. Here's a guy that came in second place in the Heisman Trophy vote.
Yeah.
So for kids to be able to have that, it's a really cool thing.
Yeah. So James Bradbury, best of luck. Maybe we can orchestrate a LaSalle Camden Catholic game one of these days, Bob.
Do you guys still have
state champs? Yeah, just state champs last year.
No,
I 2 kids to Notre Dame, the quarterback going to Missouri. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, give my boy John Martino a couple years to rebuild this Catholic program.
How long has he been there?
Then we'll talk. This is his second year.
47.
Yeah, one of these days we'll pull some strings and
we'll take you on in basketball.
Well, I don't doubt that.
As I don't know if I told you this, Kyle Cooney was on staff last year.
Was he?
And they named him the head freshman basketball coach this year.
Oh, nice.
Loves it. Yeah. So,
what's his coaching style? Is he busting ass?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I mean, he was an assistant with the varsity last year. Rave reviews to his father.
Donna and Bob Cooney give rave reviews on Kyle's performance.
So we'll see. We'll have to get you out to the game this year.
Yeah. All right, let's get to VG's Nugs. Computer fart. Brought to you by
VG's Nugs. It's the time for VG's Nugs. VG's Nugs.
Brought to you by our friends at Golden Nugget Jewelers. VG, what do you got for us today?
So I think this is cool. I think you guys as fathers will think this is cool. Brewers' second-round pick, Sawyer Stroh-Snyder. He's at high A ball, and he hit his first home run yesterday.
Nice. Was Dad in the
video of Dad taking it?
Oh, Dad's video.
Ah.
Does it come right
Dad should have a better seat, don't you think?
Maybe he wanted to be out there. I don't know.
Some fathers like to be far away from their kids.
So it cuts. Dad catches it.
No way. That's awesome.
You're say, hey, that's my son.
That's awesome.
That is incredible.
His first pro home run caught by Pops.
That's so cool. So the other night I'm watching the Phils with the girls, and Paige asked me about catching a home run ball or like a ball in general. She's like, "Do you get to keep it?" And I was like, "Yeah, you do." I was like, "It's actually really hard. I've never had it happen. I've gone to hundreds of baseball games, never caught a foul ball or a home run. I've come close like 2 or 3 times, The odds of catching your son's home run ball.
Insane.
That's incredible.
That's like 0.2%.
You know what's going to happen to you? You're going to catch one, and it's going to be the opposing team, and the whole stadium is going to be cheering you to throw it back.
Oh, I chug it. No, I'm saving it for the girls. I did have one opportunity once. I was lucky enough to sit in the Diamond Club, and there was a moonshot like above the stadium.
I was with you.
Yeah, you were there, and I chickened
totally
out.
Choked on it.
I chickened.
Yes,
dude, you could hear this thing whistling down. It was like a.
It's like right in
break
his bread basket.
It was. I was on the aisle seat in the Diamond Club, and it bounced like right here.
Wait.
I pulled it. I chickened out.
Should have taken the hat off because I
It
know
would have
you
gone
had
through
it.
the hat like a cartoon. It was like a rocket.
Dude, that was at the same game. You were harassing the one player.
Yeah,
You called him by the wrong name.
Yeah,
though.
what was his name? I was riding that dude.
I was trying that dude.
We were like 8 rows behind home plate. And he was just crushing some guy, but calling him by the wrong name.
Oh my
But
god!
the ball bounced on the seats, and it bounced up like above the club box. Like it was the highest ball I've ever seen in my life. Would have broken my hand. I don't regret it for a second.
I don't know. My brother caught a foul ball one time. We were at a Phillies playoff game, and this was a long time ago. I was a teenager, so this was before it was popular
That was
to
like
give it to the kids.
1930.
Yeah, Babe Ruth hit a foul ball. So he catches it and stuff, and I'm like, before I can grab it, he turns around, and gives it to the kid behind him, who started crying. And I was like, "The hell are you doing?" that was like a pissed 16-year-old. I like walked away.
I'm still kind of a kid.
Yeah,
Hell.
exactly.
All right, VG, what's next?
Draymond Green's in China. He's signing some autographs, and someone brings a little special friend. It bugs him out a little bit. Someone decided to bring a lion head goose to the signing.
What? To sign it?
Just carrying his goose behind him.
Oh my god!
Draymond's like, "Hey, what's going on there?"
Whoa!
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to sit
Look,
there with
that guy
something
is so
pecking at me.
happy with it. He gets scared. The guy's face when he scares him. It's
Is
a
there no
lion
security
head
around him?
goose. Maybe it's a lucky goose.
A lion head? Like, does it have a mane?
Guy was so happy to scare the crap out
Wait,
of
I'm kind of
Draymond
shocked.
Green.
There's not like a
Like this guy just
Where's the goose
walked off the street with a goose.
like they're encroaching on him from all angles there. Like that's a pretty good on Draymond. I kind of like Draymond a little bit. I think.
I'm out on Draymond.
He's gotten more likable the more exposure he's gotten.
Yeah, like I think I used to hate him, and now I'm like,
I hate him on the basketball court.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even think he's that kind of guy that if you got him on your team, I would like him. You know
Yeah, I
what
agree
mean?
with you there.
Anymore.
yeah. What else?
Rock
you got,
and
BG?
roll world lost an icon this week. Frank Beard. He's the only guy in ZZ Top without a
have one.
beard.
Yeah.
He's the drummer since like 1967. But this is an interesting shot. Mick Fleetwood reached out, gave him a little like, "Oh, Mick Fleetwood's giant." I knew he was tall.
I
but
did
he's
not
like
know he was
6'7".
Oh my god!
So that's Mick Fleetwood and Frank Beard. Frank Beard no longer with us. One of the most underappreciated drummers because he's just really basic. 2 and 4, simple rock beat, but great drummer. Legend.
Was ZZ Top still touring and performing?
Wow, there's only one original member left, but yeah, Billy
Wow.
Gibbons
It's just
still
Z-Top
touring.
now.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know Mick Fleetwood could potentially be a ball player.
Yeah.
6'7".
Not anymore. He's
One more before we get to Pat. China's going crazy with robots these days.
Yeah.
So they created a robot that can run as fast as Usain Bolt.
All right. Why?
not.
Kill it.
Because it's going to chase us
Yeah.
with guns soon.
Oh no.
There's a little issue, though, with it stopping. Dude, I love how its feet try to slow down. It's like, ah!
Has nobody seen Terminator? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, what is that? What purpose does that thing serve besides giving us a laugh? When it
I don't
runs into
know,
a
dude.
wall?
There's new robot videos coming out of China every week. They're really trying to master and own the robot game.
That's slightly terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the upside.
Not unless they try to make it look human and enter the Olympics. No. I don't know.
Well, there's your nugs of the day, brought to you by Golden Nugget Jewelers. Thank you, VG. Do we have the editor on?
Ooh, yeah.
One of Bob Cooney's best buddies. Great LaSalle High School, man. And university?
And university, yes.
LaSalle through and through. Let's go to the editor's desk with one, Pat McClune.
extra, extra, read all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
Pat joins us on the Xfinity mobile call. How are you, Pat?
How are you, boys? That's a lot of firepower at one time. I'll tell you that.
Well, Bob was originally going to leave at 10, Pat, but I said, Pat McClune's coming on. He said, all right, I'll stick around.
I said it with more enthusiasm than that. But.
I saw that, and I was a little bummed out that that it said Bob would be on for the first hour.
Yeah.
But there you go.
We roped him in.
Yeah. I'm going to do this for Julia. I look a little fuzzy.
Oh, look at that. What a pro.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, still a little fuzzy
thank
out.
you if you didn't hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, why don't we just stick with the Nugs? The Nugs were good. I can get in a comment or two on VG's Nugs.
What do we do with the robots, Pat? I don't see the upside here.
No good. No good. I will say this, though. If we can orchestrate a way down the road to get one of those, get a goose and bring it in behind Gargano on the show one day and film that, I am so down for that. Without a doubt.
Way he'd be comfortable around a goose.
Yeah.
He gets allergic around grass, let alone geese.
No.
He doesn't like grass.
He doesn't.
No.
Unless it's on a ball field.
Just to Bobby he'd roll with that. He wouldn't flinch if the goose came by him.
I don't know about that. That didn't look too good, Pat.
Yeah.
So
Pat,
anyway, what do you got for us today on the editor's desk?
I'm so glad Bob's there because I had an easy category. I got a Sixers category, and I don't have much in the chamber because I figured I'd have Bob there. When I heard Bob might be going after an hour, I thought, uh-oh, I might be in trouble. Anyway, we got double Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, and college football.
Love it. College football starts this Saturday?
It is week 0, boys.
Woo.
And the headline on that is starting at 0. It is week 0. And it's a good concept, I guess, they've come up with. But the slate's not horrible. Nothing says Ireland like a North Carolina-Texas Christian match.
I saw a Texas Christian story the other day. A cornerback on a team beat a wide receiver in the locker room to like a state of hospitalization. Just got kicked off the team.
Wow.
Yeah. Yikes.
No Ireland trip for him.
Yeah.
And we got San Jose, USC, NC State, Virginia, New Mexico State, Florida State, Memphis, UNLV, and Hawaii at Stanford. Not bad for an appetizer. And not bad for, everybody in Ireland will probably quickly become Horned Frogs fans because that dude that's photographed there is pretty easy to root against.
Pat, I was just in Ireland like a month ago, and a couple people mentioned to me about the college kickoff series and how much they love it. We got to get another NFL game in Dublin because I think there's an appetite there.
That's great. That's great. They love everything over there. I'll tell you the one thing that relates to sports in Ireland that I think is going to be fascinating is I was in Ireland last summer and we got to see the West and the South with my wife Tracy and her family. And we were kind of camped in a County Adair. And Adair is going to have the Ryder Cup next year.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a logistical marvel.
So, Pat, funny story. We drove through the town of Adair because my wife wanted to see it because it has like the nice thatched roofs and everything. We had lunch. And I was like, oh, there's Adair Manor. They have the Ryder Cup next year. I was like, let's try to drive onto it and see if we can hit up the pro shop. There's a guard at the gate, and it's like a $7,500 a night, mansion. And the guard's like, no.
Yeah.
You can go to adairmanor.com and check out the pro shop.
You are not stepping foot on the grounds.
But just driving around there, Jamie, didn't you get the sense that it's like a one lane town and stuff like that?
It's tiny.
It's going to be. I don't know how they're going to get that. One of the things that really impressed me about Aronimink and the PGA was the logistics of it. They really did the undertaking of those things is unbelievable.
It really is.
One of the dumbest things I ever did at the Daily News, and Bobby was smarter than me on that, was that for some reason I live about a mile tops from Mannion. And for so, I was never one to go out. I let the writers do their thing, but I should have credentialed myself to Mannion. I don't know what the hell I was.
That might have been one of the most fun weeks I had among a million at the Daily News, Pat. We had like 7 people, I believe, that were there every day from Tuesday to Sunday covering the U.S. Open at Mannion, and it was fantastic. Of course, led by the wonderful Michael Jack Kern.
Right, 6 guys walking the course, and Mike eating in the press tent.
I was going to say he was there for the free lunches. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, absolutely. But the other quick things on the colleges is I was curious whether you guys are in or not. ACC is doubling down on Friday night football this year. Where do you guys stand on that? Colleges on a Friday night.
Why not?
Why? You're ruining the high schools.
Yeah.
Like, no.
The high school have
let the high
Friday.
school have
The
their
Sal
Friday
games are on
nights.
Saturday afternoons.
Well, that's not the only high school outside to the two of you, but it is the only high
State champions.
school.
Put some respect on that name, Bobby.
I respect them totally.
It's Saturday afternoon. It's fine.
No.
Nah. I'm closer to Jamie. I mean, it's not. You get your Maction to get the Mac a little thing. It is Friday night lights, but there's a lot of things that you can impede on. But impeding on the high schools, that doesn't kill me.
Come on, Pat. Just because you need another night to bet and gamble, let the high school kids have their football. I mean, take a night off.
Dude, that many teams play on Friday night?
Yeah.
Question.
Now,
Like
Pat,
throughout
when
the big states, Texas
when Pat and I were growing up, I would say it was almost always Saturday games, right? Because a lot of schools didn't have lights.
Exactly right.
But then it became a thing, and I kind of like the Friday night high school thing. I really do. I love the Saturday, but it interfered with college. So
Is there Friday night games in the area, though?
That's all there is over in South Jersey. There's hardly any Saturday games.
Yeah, and there's a thing in since I don't have much of a life. There's a thing on, I think it's WFMZ around here out of the Lehigh Valley. There's a show called The Big Ticket, and I love it. It's just an hour-long show of like watching Governor Mifflin and stuff like that against Arraez or whatever. But the funny story on that was that when the Sixers in 2001 were making their run or whatever, I was sitting in the back of the room for a press conference, and I got introduced to a guy, and I get introduced as the sports editor at the Daily News, and this guy was impressed by that for some reason. But then I said, "You're the guy from The Big Ticket," and he couldn't believe that I see the guy from The Big Ticket. And so that was.
Oh, we got a big super chat. Derman 1984 $5. Jamie is the reason why people hate LaSalle. Friday night lights for a high school should be off limits.
They don't play on Friday nights. It's a Jersey thing.
Tell him to go meet Eddie Barkowitz for a St. Joe's prep lunch somewhere. That guy.
Yeah. That Jet Harrison's a problem, though.
Oh yeah. Already signed with Ohio State. I saw it today.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yes. So how about a little Sixers talk since we have the man
We do have the master here. Let's talk some ball,
and
Pat.
Our headline on that is Great Expectations. And I have a little box around the one thing with this here. And it says BC for our man Bob, bad ball process. Let me tell you something. Bob's a very sunny, optimistic, roots for other people, all around good man, which is incredible because in his life, I don't know that many people have watched more bad basketball.
PhD
Bobby's
in bad
watched
ball.
a lot of bad ball.
Yeah.
And so I'm just interested, Bob, about the notion about the expectation about actually, I know you're into the X's and O's about how they're going to pull this off, but you're looking at a fall and winter of potentially not bad ball.
Yeah, how about that? It might be actually good basketball. Yeah, it is. It's so exciting for the people of the city. First of all, we were talking before we went on air, Pat, about what LeBron James is going to bring to this team. you kind of know it on the basketball court, but we were talking about the mental side of it, about how smart he is. And I was on a show last week and somebody said to me, yeah, but they still have a real weak spot in the backup center. And I said, well, let me just say, Adem Bona, who gets on my nerves with his lack of basketball IQ, has gotten that much better since LeBron James came to the Philadelphia 76ers, because he'll just make him better. And this is so exciting on so many levels, not just because of the talent. How does Nick Nurse put it all together? Where does LeBron James conduct these guys on the court? All of it is going to be fascinating to me. And I swear, if I could have one job in the world right now, it would be Nick Nurse's job.
Wow.
See, you're a guy that goes for the challenge, and that's great. But, the heat will be on Nurse, because he's got to figure out how to make this, you can't just roll out the balls, or can you?
It's funny. People say to me, like, they're going to start slow, right, until they figure it out. I always go back to, like, the days that we played on the court, Pat, right? And you got 10 guys there and you choose the side. Aren't you always going to choose the best players? Well, that's what the Sixers did. They chose the best players and you make it work. Like, that's what it's all about, this whole fit and all that. I do understand that. But give me anybody and I'll make it fit. So, and I think that's the way Nick Nurse goes also. And I believe that's how he's going to do it. It's not as simple as that, but I think it is a lot more simple when you do have the talent that they have.
And, you talked about the backup center. On that, is it as simple as, I know these guys, one of them's going to emerge, or how it's going to go, the Knicks guy and Bona, but all you really need out of them is rebounding and defense. You don't need a whit of offense, do you?
No, not at all. And that's where LeBron James comes in, where he says to Adem Bona, listen, stupid, I don't need you leaving your guy to go try to block a shot 15 feet away from the basket. When I tell you to block a shot, that's when I want you to go block a shot. I can hear it in my ears, Pat, sitting courtside. I'm going to hear LeBron go, get it, Bona, get it. He's going to tell him when to leave his man and go block a shot. He's going to make Adem Bona better just because he can be Adem Bona's mind, which is the biggest hindrance to Adem Bona's game, is Adem Bona's mind.
Right, and I think it's cool that there's two guys that are similar, and one of them, there's a great opportunity there for one of them to emerge.
Bob, how many games do you think realistically they need to play to develop some kind of chemistry for the playoffs? As a full unit.
You would love them to have 35, 40, 45 games together. Like you would love that as the starting five. People always ask, how many games is LeBron going to play and Embiid going to play? I got this number in my head, and I think it's a magic number that maybe Gansey and Myers have. I think they're looking at 65 for the two of them. To be on the floor for 65 games is the ultimate goal. LeBron played 71 and 71. Not last year, he played 60, but the previous 2 years, he played 71 games. Like, he's going to be on the floor. And the real feeling I got from Gansey and Myers in talking to them over the last, month or so is that they want Embiid out. Like, Embiid, you're out there. You're going to be out there. You're not showing up at 6:30 and letting us know whether you can play or not. No, you're going to be expected to play every night. Provided the other times that they're going to sit them on back-to-backs or whatever. But I think they're going to push these guys to be out there. And I said the magic number in my head, 65 games.
But if the five can play 35 enough, do you think that would be enough to get a flow going?
Because you're going up against the Knicks is, the chemistry there is palpable.
So, Pat, Pat was for people that don't know, was a great basketball player at LaSalle High School.
Damn right.
And
Franny McCaffrey.
And Franny McCaffrey is backcourt running mate, obviously. But
a couple good Irish boys.
There's a thing to smart basketball that, like, I went to a high school where basketball was very well taught, and there was a lot of talent. And you would go back for like alumni games, and the guy who coached us was like, "This is so much fun to watch because everybody knows how to play." Well, I think LeBron kind of brings that to the Sixers. Like, you need to know how to play off the ball, how to play. I don't think we're going to see a lot of standing around with this Sixers team. I think it's going to be constant movement. They're going to try to get out on the run an awful lot. So in those ways, I don't think it's going to take as long as we think it does. It's like, I'll go back to the 86ers, Pat, 83 Sixers. They got out there and played, and they were really good from the get-go. Like, really, really good, because they were good, smart basketball players. And you had a point guard who knew how to get everybody where they belonged. I think this team might be like that, where they'll be okay right from the get-go.
It very well could be the case. That 83 Sixers thing is a pretty good analogy. Trying to move it along there. I could do that with Bobby all day long. I'm going to sneak in one Eagles and then go Phillies Eagles again. And while I was out, because I missed a few weeks in beautiful Sea City, Lane Johnson announced it's going to be his last year.
Yeah.
And the headline there is a lane of his own. And my question to the boys is Lane Johnson the best offensive lineman in Eagles history? And I'll just set it up that, to me, it comes down to Lane, Jason Kelsey, Jason Peters, or Winston Justice.
Pat, I'll take it one. I'll take it one further. I think he's the greatest Eagle of all time. Now, I think Reggie White is the best individual player in Eagles history because he's one of the best defensive players. But when you look at their win-loss record with him on the field, off the field, a two-time champion, an all-decades player, I think it's very easy to make the case he's the greatest Eagle of all time.
Yeah, I think he's certainly in the mix. I think that you mentioned, I think it's the people he'd be in a race with, to me, would be Dawkins and Reggie.
Yeah.
That puts you at the greatest offensive player of all time. The whole reason this Eagles thing has been so good for so long is because of the offensive line, and he is the reason for that offensive line. I think some people that are new to it or whatever don't realize that going way back, Lane had those problems a couple years where he was one step away from missing a whole season or whatever. But he certainly overcame that and has been, I mean, when you see these things, the notion that you put this guy out on an island and let him block these guys alone and he can go through whole seasons without getting any kind of a sack, it's just incredible.
I'm not looking forward to life without Lane Johnson.
No, nobody is. But I'll tell you what, this kid Bell looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does. And Johnson's already saying the right things about the guy. And there's no question Bell's got the size, but then so did King Dunlap. So,
yeah, we talked about it. His legs are a little tiny. His legs are a little thin, Bell's right now.
Okay. I heard EJ bring up if anybody's if Willie Lampkin's not our kind of guy, I don't know who is that guy.
This town's gonna love that guy.
Shout out to the Short Kings.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. How about a little Phillies, boys?
They're on fire.
Yeah.
4 games.
And the headline there is playoff streak on the line. We hit. Philadelphia is the only city in the country, guys, that is their MLB and NFL team have been in the playoffs since 2002, both teams.
Wow.
Sometimes I think, people take for granted, with the Phillies and stuff, the good run that they're on. The Eagles, Jamie, I think you're right on the money. When the Eagles, if it starts to tilt and they got to rebuild or whatever, it's going to be because that offensive line isn't where it was. And I think with the Phillies, where it's going to be is when they don't have the best rotation in baseball.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm concerned about Zach Wheeler and his longevity, but if he tails off on the second half of this season, does he start considering, because he's already talked about it, maybe there's an extension, maybe it's the end. Chris Sanchez and Luzardo can carry you for a little bit, but they're not getting any younger. And if Andrew Painter doesn't shape up to be what they hope for, it could be a dark rebuilding phase.
Absolutely. Now, Wheeler hasn't won since the All-Star break, but,
he hasn't reached 6 innings pitched either.
Yeah, it was funny. I was there the other night when he pitched, and in the locker room afterwards, somebody was pretty blunt about it. Just, you haven't been the same. He says, it's little stuff. He goes, if it was one major thing, I would be concerned. He said, but it's like 3 or 4 little things that I know what they are. And when I correct one, something else gets off the beaten track. He basically, if I was a fan listening to him saying that, I would have been like, okay, I'm feeling better about it. He doesn't feel like he's lost anything. His fastball the other night was,
he said it was the best it's felt in a while.
96 all night. He just couldn't get his off-speed stuff going the other night. So when you hear that with a veteran like him, when it's little things that he knows he needs to correct, if I was a fan, I'd feel okay about him moving forward.
Anything with the him on the rubber on the too far to the left? Do you think that's in his head? Has he changed anything with that?
No, and that was funny because when it all.
Yeah,
and the next day I was at the game and I went down to the Toronto locker room to talk to the manager about it, and he was really cool. He's like, "Look, I respect Zach to death." He said, "But our guys were seeing a little something." He said, "I have to protect my guys." And look, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
You know, you tell Wheeler, get back on the rubber. He gets back on the rubber and goes about his business. But I don't think it's that big of a thing, VG.
Okay.
But Pat, it does feel like baseball's weird, as we all know, and it does feel like it's kind of up for grabs this season, almost more so than most.
Right, no question. And the Phillies, we haven't had to really sweat this one out the last couple of years. They were in first place the last two. The year they went to the World Series was the closest one. They only got in by one game. I think they kind of beat the Brewers out in the last game. We're talking about Wheeler. When you go to the other side, the stud Sanchez, we have a shot here to have a 20-game wheel.
He's going to do
board.
it. I think he's got 8 scheduled starts for the remainder of the year. Needs 4 wins, Pat.
And I think if you go back, he's probably lost a 1-0 game or two there. But, you know, and so who do we go back to for the Phillies, the last guy to win 20?
Roy Halladay.
2011.
Very good. Very good. Now, how many, just roughly, ballpark it, how many guys have won 20 games in, say, the last 3 years?
2 or 3. Not many. It doesn't happen often.
Strider did. That's a good number by Jamie. 3 or 4, I'll say, somewhere there.
The correct number would be 0.
Wow.
Nobody has won 20 games in the major leagues since Kyle Wright.
What?
When whatever happened to Kyle Wright? Kyle Wright with the Braves in 2022.
Wow. That's
3
wild.
consecutive seasons. 3 consecutive seasons there with no 20 wins. It just goes to show you, you know how different it was. I remember back in the day, the White Sox had a rubber-armed guy named Wilbur Wood. And I'm telling you, if you go back and look, Wilbur had a couple of like 23 and 21 years. You know, some of these guys, they just kept trotting them out, and but it's getting tougher and tougher. But I think Sanchez has a really good shot at it.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it. Sonny Gray's right there with him too. I think it's 16 also.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
He got his 16th. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, Pat, like you mentioned, Jim Bunning back in the day. I remember looking this up one time. I think Bunning's last year, 36 starts, and I want to say 28 of them were complete games.
Jeez.
His last season, like something crazy like that. And we just don't see it anymore, and we're not going to.
No, absolutely. I think all three of you will agree that Alec Bohm is the future, right, guys?
I've never doubted him once, Pat.
Re-sign him now. 1 year, $12 million. Get him.
It is unbelievable, his turnaround since Arraez has gotten here. And I thought he had a really good interview after the game on Saturday where he was just like, yeah, when you watch a guy like Luis bat, you kind of pick up on stuff. And he talked about his hand playing and the way he goes through the zone and just getting the bat on the ball. It was pretty cool to listen to.
Jamie, do you buy into the notion that they just kind of sat around and decided to have a better approach and that's what's paid off lately?
I mean, I think Bryson Stott is on a tear. Like, we've always known that's been in there. He's kind of finding the back of his baseball card a little bit. I think giving Harper protection, like real protection, made everybody's between the ears game a little better. So I just think it's a trickle-down effect from Arraez and giving Harper protection and everybody just kind of getting out of their funk.
Yeah, like Pat, what do you think it was? Was it like an AA meeting where he stood up and he said, "Hi, I'm Bryce Harper. Hi, Bryce. Yeah, I have a tendency to swing at pitches out of the strike zone. That's okay, Bryce. I'm gonna try to stop doing that for a little while. Good for you, Bryce. Good for you, Bryce.
I am
like did each one keep standing up and like how the hell do you think this went down?
I don't have any bat speed anymore.
Yeah,
but I can still catch well.
Yeah. To me, it's kind of. It's incredible that like a veteran team, the Phillies are the most veteran team that does the most rookie stupid things. crazy to me to think that a team could have got together and sat down and did somewhat of a version of what Bob said, in that they just said, guys, why don't we all just play smart baseball? Why don't we all look at a few pitches and not swing at crap? And then, oh yeah.
And even like last night, there's that one play where Marsh beats out the play to second base. Why is he not sliding there? Like, why is he standing up trying to get in on that base?
Yeah.
They just do little things like that to irritate me. You keep crapping all over JT, and it's justified on the offense. But the other night when McFarland came in, he put 2 guys on, should have had the double play. He gets out of the inning. As soon as he gets to the bench, JT's right with them there, working them through it. And that is invaluable with JT.
Yeah, but he's the second highest paid catcher in baseball, and he's
it's not his fault.
It's offensively cooked. It's more than Dombrowski.
Yes.
Absolutely. So let's finish it off with a little Eagles if we can.
Yeah.
The headline there is a leap of faith. And, I got Mannion there because where do you stand on this, boys?
The V-neck, I'm out.
On the one, yeah. Mannion did game 1 from the sidelines, and he's going to do game 2 for the booth. Is that a guy that's open-minded and trying to see what's the absolute best? Or is that B, a guy that doesn't know where he wants to be on the sideline?
I want him on the sideline. I wonder how annoying Sirianni is in person versus on the headset.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think he's just new to the job, and he's
I think it's a little of both. Are they exclusive, Pat? Could it be a little of both where he doesn't really know, but let's feel it out?
Yeah. And, I was coming in, got done vacation, and was kind of hopeful about the Eagles and looking, that maybe they keep the division going. But, now yesterday, they went up to New England, and I think that they're, lucky if they're 2-15. Maybe they can be 3-14 at best. I mean, the weight that they're putting on this one day is incredible. I mean, just and a lot. It's so much media driven, and I'm a defender of the media, but the way everybody's breaking down the level of importance on different things and stuff like that, and keeping statistics out of
it's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, when you devalue the preseason games and the team tells you this is the most important part of training camp, I guess it stems from that nature of the preseason now.
Yeah. But having said that, I stupidly left the beach early to throw on the beginning of the Eagles game. This preseason football just gets worse.
It's terrible. Worse. So Pat, you'll enjoy this because it was about an hour before the Eagles game the other night, and I get a phone call from one of my bosses who says, "Listen, what are you up to? You up to doing anything?" And I said, "No, I'm home. What do you need?" They said, "We kind of need something off of the Eagles game. Would you mind watching it and do some writing?" I saw him a couple days later. I said, and I had you in mind when I said this because you've never come close to doing this. I said, that was the worst assignment I was ever given in my life. And I'm saying this to a man that one time sent me to women's gymnastics exhibition or something at the old Spectrum. I'll never forget that. I'm in Pat's office. I'm like, what am I doing? And Pat just looks at me and goes, I don't know, but just find something. Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm doing my best Sirianni impersonation.
I'm sorry about that. It's funny how you can turn things on assignments and stuff. Paul Domowitch, our friend, who, honest to God, did an unbelievable job in the Sam Mills book.
Incredible.
I read that my first week. I was so proud of him. And it's like, it reminded me of the Daily News in the sense that what makes Damo's book is how well reported it is. He talked to so many people, and he's got so much information, and he really does it. But, Damo, one of the best things I ever did for Damo, I was at an event for his book, and his whole family was there, and I was telling his 2 daughters was, Damo was going on about dogs one day, and I said to him, well, why don't you go up and do that Westminster thing? And his eyes got like, we don't cover that. I said, well, I don't care. Go up and write about it. And Damo went up and wrote the hell out of something on the West. And I bought about 3 years of goodwill with Damo because I sent him up to cover the dog.
Well, Pat, it was great catching up with you. Thanks for your time. Always good to see you and Bobby chewing the fat.
He is the best. He's simply the best.
It will be within the hour, the text chain with me, him, and the great Ed Barkowitz will be cooking about something inane or sports watch.
Yeah. Well, next time there's beers between the three of you, let me ride those coattails.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Actually, I'm free today.
Pat, thanks for the time,
Bud.
guys.
Thanks,
Take
Pat.
care,
See you,
man.
Pat.
All right.
There he is, the great Pat McClune on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. We got to take care of some business. Bob's going to get out of here.
Got to go.
You're welcome to stay.
I appreciate it.
I've already got to go.
Some phone calls. Get back.
Make sure you're reading Bob on Pattison. Follow him on Twitter. We got to get his Twitter account back to health. Bob Cooney 1076. Bob, always fun to
you guys are the best.
BS with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and it was great to see Pat. On the other side, we will catch up with Brad Feinberg, the brain. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We all have those moments after a full meal where you're just craving a little something sweet. Mine usually hit late at night, and that's exactly where Wawa comes in. Everybody's got a Wawa close by, and Wawa's become my go-to I'm craving a little sweet treat snack. And they've got so many options depending on what you're in the mood for. If you're feeling something rich and creamy, you got to try the strawberry cheesecake cream smoothie. Want something that tastes like summer? Grab a pina colada float. Or if you're looking for something that can really dig into, the caramel cookies and cream parfait is hard to beat. It's the perfect afternoon pick-me-up, a little reward after a long day, or even that late-night dessert run. No matter what you're craving, Wawa's got ice cream parfaits, floats, cream smoothies ready whenever you are. Don't forget they got pints of ice cream and little milkshakes. The Wawa's got you covered for that sweet treat any time of day. Gotta have a Wawa.
Elkin Chevrolet, run by three brothers, real brothers, local guys, great guys. And right now, they're lining up deals that are very hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Equinoxes, Trailblazers, Tahoe Suburban, Silverados. And the prices, well, they're going to move fast. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a bit to maybe watch the Sixers or Flyers play, you'll drive off in the perfect ride at the perfect price. And here's the thing. This isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right. No runaround, no games, no haggling, no hassles, just real people, real deals. Elkin Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. Super easy to get there. Route 73 South in Marlton. Elkin Chevrolet.
Always great catching up with Bob Cooney. I wish we had a little bit more time to talk Sixers, VG, because I'm pumped for the NBA, man.
For the first time in a long time.
Yeah, because I thought I was dead.
Go.
I thought great Uncle Vic quote yesterday, and it applies to me in my basketball viewing. He was talking about the Vanilla Gorilla Robinson. Ty
life
Robinson.
support.
Said he was on life support, and he's come back to life. I was like, that's me with the Sixers. I thought I was dead, and they pulled me back in.
It's going to be a fun season.
It is going to be nuts.
And I feel great for our Sixer guys here because they deserve it.
Derek, Kyle, and Devon have been through it.
Yeah,
they deserve some good news.
Yeah.
And make sure you're watching every day, 3 o'clock with them right here until the season starts. And then they'll have you covered for every post game. Derek and Kyle will be writing about the team. Best Sixers coverage, bar none, right here at PHLY. And yeah, we have a lot of great stuff going on. So if you're new to the channel and just finding us, Anthony Gargano show 9 to 11 every day. We got Phillies 12 to 1 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We got the Flyers until their season starts at 1 o'clock. Eagles at 2 o'clock typically, most likely 3 o'clock today. And then the Sixers at 3 p.m. every single day. Do we have the brain, Julia?
No, big farts with some optimism. Mannion's a clown. This year's going to be a disaster.
Oh, big farts.
Farts.
He can't be worse than Patullo.
Right.
I'm out. You're right, though, about the V-neck.
I don't like the V-neck.
I don't.
Someone in the chat, the question likes the V-neck. They don't bacon, he says.
They don't bake it?
Does it mean bacon? Like the food?
Oh, like the old
roll
bacon
over?
collar? Remember the MJ, like, Hanes commercials?
Yeah.
Where he would talk about the bacon collar where it gets frayed?
Yeah.
So I guess the V-neck doesn't bacon
Yeah,
up.
I guess. I'll say that color shirt you got on is good today. I like that color.
It's a nice color, right?
Yeah,
My
it's
cousin
a
went
nice,
to the
like, mint
Masters
green
this
or
year
something. Yeah.
and grabbed me a shirt. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So complimentary, VG. So nice. All right, let's get to the grind with Brad Feinberg, presented by Bet Parks.
Brad the Brain Feinberg.
Make sure you download the Bet Parks Sportsbook and Casino app. Brain, happy college football week 0.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
It's not
amazing.
preseason NFL. We got something.
Yeah, no, it's funny. You wait all year. I feel like, and if February happens, the Super Bowl happens, I'm like, oh, well, what am I going to do? And then, but yeah, listen, before you know it, it always comes back around. But football is my favorite thing. So I'm very excited. Should be a great season. Should be a great college season.
You like San Jose State plus 38.5?
Well, I mean, how can you not?
Is that a Whalers hat you got on today?
It is.
Nice work, Brad.
Your stuff. You know your stuff. But yeah, Hart got at the good old Hockey Hall of Fame. But yeah, I can't wait for football to start. And yeah, look, we're right in the middle of the preseason week 2 coming up as well here too. Before we know it, we'll have Commanders Eagles.
Yeah. Brain, speaking of college football week 0, you itching to make a play this weekend? Anything catching your eye?
No, not really. I have I did some season win bets, but for this week, no, there really isn't. Not in anything right now. No, I really don't have anything. No, I'm sure I will have stuff in the next few days or whatnot, but right now, no, not much.
What jumped out to you with season win totals for the year? Like some of the big dogs. What do you kind of eye and target when it comes to?
Okay, I'll give you some of my season win totals. I have one of my biggest ones is Georgia. Oh, I usually don't like taking overs, but I did take Georgia over 9.5 wins. I think they will win the SEC. I think they're going to have a really, really good year. I did take I took Vanderbilt under 6.5. I have Wisconsin over 6.5. Michigan State under 4.5.
Ooh.
I have Florida under 7.5. Cal under 6.5. Ohio State over 9.5. I did North Carolina recently under 4.5 wins. I think that's
under 4.5.
Yeah, I think they're like a complete wreck. Oklahoma over 7.5. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff, but we'll see. Again, always the negative with doing this season win bet, you have to front the money, and they got to hold it for a long time. So you better really feel pretty good about what you're doing, because if not only are you losing your money, but you're fronting your money even to the bet wins. So you have to wait usually 4 or 5 months for it to settle.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. Braden,
I love futures.
One of the things you had talked about, I guess maybe a week or 2 ago, when you're looking for fantasy football, because everyone's playing fantasy, when you look at who you're picking, running backs and wide receivers, you also compare it to Vegas's over under on yards or touchdowns. So do you have? I mean, I know you're in like a gazillion leagues. Do you have a top 5 in your order of running backs already determined that you could share with us for fantasy purposes?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting? Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. I'll give that to you. It's interesting. I have by far my number 1 player this year in terms of forgetting position. I think Gibbs to me is the absolute, no doubt about it, number 1 player in fantasy football this year. He's a clear number 1. I would put Bijan as a clear number 2, but I will say this, VG, I'm actually not as high as him as everyone else is, even though I do rank him 2. But I could see a world where he's just maybe not quite as great as he was last year. Now, here's the next thing. 3, I normally would say McCaffrey, but I remember in 2024, guys, the same exact stuff was happening where he was being held out for tightness, and he didn't play the entire year. I would be scared blankless to take him right now. I really would. He's still going right around that pick 6, 7 area. And overall, I'm talking about. And he's the consensus number 3 running back in the NFL right now for fantasy. I would be a little scared. But that being said, he has the upside to be the number 1 player in the league. So I get why people are taking him. Number 4 and number 5 to me probably would be James Cook. I probably have number 4. And I'd probably go Jonathan Taylor, number 5. But the next group, I think Saquon, Chase Brown, Devin Achane, I think those 3 are all very, very close. Kenneth Walker as well. I'm not as high at all on Ashton Genty. I don't put him in that category, even though he's going there.
Yeah, he's been going high in a lot of some mocks I've been in.
Yeah,
he's going end 1 early too. I can't put him there. I just can't do it. What's interesting is, and I've said this before in the air, Javonte Williams has higher over-unders than him, and Javonte Williams goes in round 4. Ashton Genty goes in round 1. Tell me why.
Yeah,
that's a good little.
So
right
also, I haven't looked at what Puka's over-unders. Do you expect a good season out of Puka on the fantasy side?
Yeah, the only question with Puka is VJ. Yeah, he's the consensus number 2 receiver. The only question is he going to get suspended? You know, I mean, is he going to get suspended? I mean, again, like I don't pretend to know what he did or didn't do, but you know, there's issues with the stuff he said and done and whatever. So I don't know. I don't pretend to know what the NFL is going to do with that, but there's a chance, a non-zero chance, that he does miss at least a game, I would think. But I still would be drafting him comfortably in the number 4 slot. Usually it almost goes always guys Gibbs, Bijan, Chase, Puka. Then usually 5 or 6 and 7 in some type of order is McCaffrey, JSN, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Are you still doing the Bitcoin League? Are you still doing the Bitcoin League?
Well, you know, not only that, I'm doing the first league ever. There's a $100,000 entry fee league I'm doing in Vegas. The first one ever. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I do the Bitcoin.
What's the matter, Jamie?
$100,000 buy-in league. Woo!
Yeah, it's interesting because they have the league works where you get your pick, you use your fab money to buy your pick. So, like if you get $1,000 fab, if you want the first pick, if you say, you know what, I'll spend $800 in fab because I want that, I only have $200 of fab money the rest of the year, as opposed to just a randomizing pick. I kind of think that's pretty cool. But
wow, I want to be a fly on the wall at that draft.
Yeah, should be fun. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah,
wow.
Don't tell me if I win.
Insanity.
I guess everybody's got to fly out and be in person for that one, huh?
You know what's crazy? I was looking so forward to going. Like when I say so forward, because it's going to be really done nicely. I happen to know the guys running it, and I'm moving that weekend, and I'm 92% sure, like Reggie White number, that I'm not going to be able to get out there just because I think I'll be punched in the face if I do. I'm not going to get punched in the face. So I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it because we're moving to Jersey literally that exact time. So I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get away.
All right, Brain, you were around. Jamie thinks Lane Johnson, greatest Eagle ever, over Reggie White.
Oh my God. Please. That's actually, you know, it's interesting.
Reggie's a better individual
have you guys ever
player,
done it? Jamie, have you ever?
But Lane won twice, and his record
Jamie.
on and off the field. Like, I think Reggie's a better player. I think Lane's the better Eagle, if it makes sense.
Okay, Jamie, have you ever done like a fantasy league with a partner?
Yeah.
Okay, if you got offered, for example, Bijan Robinson for Tank Bigsby, you wouldn't have to ask your partner, right? No offense to you, Reggie White versus Lane Johnson. No one needs to ask. You're respectfully. That's just. I mean, Reggie White was the. I mean, oh my God, Reggie White was arguably the greatest.
He's the greatest individual defensive player ever. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, and he did everything first class. He was a gentleman. Everyone liked him. He did everything the right way as a human being. There was nothing bad about. Not that Lane Johnson's not a great guy too. I'm not mean it like that. But yeah, he won 2 championships. But And I get that. And he was a huge part of both those titles. But football is such a team sport. I mean, if you want to say golf, a guy won more majors. In football, there's, I mean, so many great players. Dan Marino never won a title. You're going to tell me that Nick Foles is better because he won one championship?
Yeah, Nick Foles is better.
Well, okay, well then there you go. Yeah, listen.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know you are, buddy. I know you are. I cannot go there. But by the way, how do you put him ahead of Brian Dawkins?
Yeah, that's the issue I had. I had him third. Thank you, Brain. You're making sense. You're talking logic.
Yeah.
Every now and then, VG. See, every now and then. Were those your top two?
Give us a winner tonight in baseball.
No, but VG, were those your top two?
Yeah. I go Reggie, Doc, Lane.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if I'd have Lane 3. I'm now going to do a deep dive on this to see if I'd even have him 3. Which is,
wow.
I mean, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you this right now. Like, why is it so? Where did you have Jason Kelsey?
4.
Okay, I was going to say because I would probably have taken Kelsey over Lane also.
Wow.
Personally, yeah, but you had 3-4. We're splitting hairs.
Yeah,
we're splitting hairs. But to me, there was a pretty big drop at 1 and 2. To me, to the 3 and 4, but that's a great question. I'm going to do this when we're off. I'm going to do my top 10. I really did enjoy that. Yeah, tonight, guys, it's interesting. Garrett Cole came off the DL. Start off a little slowly, but his last 6 weeks, he's been pitching really, really, really well. I bet over 17.5 outs tonight. He's done it 7 of his last 8 starts, going against the pedestrian Orioles lineup. By the way, did you see the play last night, guys? Please tell me you did.
Which one?
Please tell me you did. In the Orioles-Yankees game?
No,
I didn't.
Wait, the home run?
Oh my God! You got to Google this. You got to. I'm actually begging you to bring it up on your air and show this to everyone watching, because this is I actually think it's important.
The Pete Alonso would-be home run.
Yes. Oh, so you did see it?
I'm just looking at it now.
Yeah, I saw the Alonso home run.
It was like Stevie Wonder could have been shown this and wouldn't miss it. They showed the replay. It was almost like, I hate to say people are cheating. It's not my style, but it was almost like they're like Enrique Palazzo with Frank Drebin back in the day, where he had to prolong the game. The ball was right down the middle. It was like, ball, and because he had to prolong the inning. It was almost like the umpire bet Pete Alonso not to hit a home run for his entire savings. And he's like, "Oh my God!"
It was confirmed.
This is something that was so. You got to watch the replay. It was just It was a true.
It looks like it's 3 feet inside the pole.
Yeah, it wasn't an opinion. This wasn't like I think something is so and so. This was just factually, he hit a home run. The replay confirmed it blatantly. It was like a Naked Gun Frank Drebin thing. If you tried to say it wasn't, you're going to be called out as a cheater. There's no other word. I'm saying you're cheating if you say that's not a home run. And they showed a still shot of it. Literally, it was 3 to 5 feet inside the pole. It wasn't even that close. In live action, when you show it, you can't tell.
No, with the slow motion. If you have access to the slow motion, there's no way you uphold this call.
It is not. It wasn't even. You agree? It wasn't even close.
No,
it wasn't
not even close in slow motion.
It wasn't even close.
Here,
and by the way, the Yankees announcers were like, the Yankees announcers were like, "Oh, you can clearly see this is a fair ball home run." Oh,
yeah, here it comes. Look,
there it is. Oh my God! I mean, I don't even. Yeah,
makes no sense.
It's so bad. It didn't even hit the foul pole. It was so fair.
Right. It didn't even and that pole's got stuff on it attached to the pole.
Yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? Oh, they just said, "Are you kidding me?" Right on the screen. That's me. It's in unison.
That's funny.
But that to me was, and it's interesting, guys. They should really. The only good thing about this, in my opinion, baseball has a chance right now to fix this. What do I mean? With some kind of technology in the world. If that happened in the World Series, God forbid, or a playoff game,
oh my God,
it would ruin the sport. You can't. That was so bad. Like I would do something. I don't know.
So what do you got for us tonight? You mentioned Garrett Cole before.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, again, it's fine. I feel bad. The last 2 times I've been on the air, guys, there just has not been.
That's fine.
The card has been very mediocre. What's that?
Can't force picks.
Can't force picks. I also did bet the Yankees as well, laying $1.15. I do think that the Yankees win the game. Bradish has been okay. But I thought that line's been closer to $1.30-ish. But that was really, honestly, that was it. And again, I do think Cole will give you his 18 ounce. So that's my favorite bet of the day.
Love it. Brain, thanks for joining us as always. Always love the grind presented by Bet Parks.
I'm gonna look up this Lane Johnson thing, Jam. I'm curious to see where I put him. But who was number 5? I'm sorry, I'm just curious. Who did you guys
I had
have
Ben
5,
Derek.
6?
I honored the olds, and I had Ben Derek.
I had Carmichael.
I was about to say Carmichael. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and you, I think, have the same list.
Yeah. Let us know your top 5 when you finalize it.
All right. Appreciate you guys both.
All right, we'll see you,
guys.
Brain.
See you, Brain.
There he is. The grind presented by Bet Parks. All right, we got to rank some stuff, and we got to go back in the day. Let's take care of our last bit of business, and then we'll be right back. The Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app is the only sportsbook app that I recommend. So download the Bet Parks Sportsbook app. I was going to look at the Phillies, but they're off tonight. No action after back-to-back sweeps for your Fightins. And I saw footage of LeBron, Maxey, and Jaylen Brown working out, and I got the basketball itch. And I love me a futures bet. Whether it's futures, same-game parlays, or nightly action, the Bet Parks app has you covered. Little plus 350 for the Sixers to win the Eastern Conference. You like them to take down the entire league and win the title? Plus 900 there. That's some sweet action. So download the Bet Parks Sportsbook app. Football season is upon us. Make it your home destination for all your football action this year. They got it all covered. So download the Bet Parks app. Terms and conditions apply. See betparks.com. Must be 21 or older and located in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to school season is upon us. Some people are starting this week, next week. It's crazy. And you know what that means. If you've got kids, you know the drill. New backpacks, trapper keepers, school supplies, filling up the tanks for practices, games, everything in between. New clothes. Got to have new clothes. And that's why me and my family use the Everyday Elite Visa card from TrueMark Credit Union. It rewards everyday spending you're already doing with up to 4% cash back on eligible purchases. And for a limited time, new cardholders get a 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months and 17.99% after that. That's a win before the school year or season even starts. Apply today at TrueMark.com or visit any of the TrueMark area locations. 24 of them. Rates based on credit worthiness. Earn up to 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categorizes capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Federally insured by the NCUA. All right, VG. It's rank week here at All City. The greatest athletes came out yesterday. But before we get to what we're ranking today, we're going to rank the top 5 Philadelphia things.
Yeah.
Could be person, places, people, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, let's go back in the day. Presented by TrueMark. Julia's getting the computer farts again. It's just
technology.
Yeah.
Overrated.
It's Tim Apple's fault.
Tim Apple.
But yes, I have one for you today as well.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with TrueMark. Oh, yeah.
You had mentioned this guy earlier, Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
I just happened to have this loaded.
I love
like
Tony Gwynn.
30 seconds of Tony Gwynn laughing and giggling.
Oh, he's got a great laugh. He's got like a Tim Kirkchin laugh.
It's a great laugh.
Yeah.
It made me smile last night when I played it. I was like, oh, we got to use this.
Who doesn't love Tony Gwynn?
been in a situation where we've had some hang. You know?
Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, all right.
Tony Gwynn. What a great. A San Diego State point guard in his day, too.
Yeah.
Could have been on yesterday's best athletes list.
He could have.
Yeah.
Just an unbelievable hitter.
What a great dude.
Super dude.
And apparently, like, the nicest guy in the world. I always love when Kruk talks about him because Kruk has such, like, a reverence for him.
Yeah.
It's always great stories when he's talking about the great Tony Gwynn. Is that your back in the day?
That is my back in the day.
All right, I got one for you.
Let's do it.
This was the anniversary was yesterday, but Freezing Cold Takes put this out. I don't know if you can read that there, VG, but it says, "Can Kevin Cobb be the next Tom Brady?" Eagles Trent Cole thinks so.
Trent might have been smoking something.
USA Today sports piece. How'd that work out for us?
There was a lot of hype. I remember Anthony went on a fishing trip.
Oh, Anthony
with
was
him,
all cobbed up.
He was cobbed up.
Yeah, he was full cob, full mast. Kevin Cobb.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, that
Greatest
didn't work out
thing.
too well. He did not become the next Tom Brady. I don't know if you're aware
Frank
of
Cole should not be in the front office in the GM room at all.
I mean, there was a buzz to him.
Oh yeah,
A real buzz.
We were so desperate here for
Anthony loved that he would like hunt the Javiana, the wild hogs.
Yeah, he loves these hunter guys.
Yeah. He wants
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he wants his quarterbacks gutting and field dressing like deers and elks and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Anthony on like a tree stand doing like a story on one of these
Covered
guys.
in like deer.
Yeah, wearing camouflage and like deer urine behind his ears.
Yeah.
That's a GoPro footage I need. But yes, good back in the day. All right, as we're wrapping up today's show, it is rank week here at All City. Yesterday was the best athletes of all time, and rank week goes like this. We polled the diehards across all 5 markets. We polled all 5 staffs. We collected like almost an 800 vote database and compiled them all together and gave you what those people said. Yesterday's best athlete list, Michael Jordan won. I don't think that's like crazy surprising. When you bat 220 in AA baseball as a basketball player, it's a pretty good case to me.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson came in at number 2.
All right.
I would make the case Deion Sanders deserves it more than Bo.
I would have it. No.
But because Bo was cut short by injuries, he never really got to see.
Bo was the best.
But I'm not going to battle you on that. Michael Phelps came in at number 3. Wayne Gretzky, number 4. LeBron James, number 5.
Not like Jim Brown or Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe was a beast.
I think Jackie Robinson got hosed. He was a track and field, basketball, football, and baseball player.
Carl Lewis.
Cherry Hills.
Over.
I think Serena Williams got jobbed.
Yeah.
I think Leo Messi has a case.
I wouldn't think Wayne Gretzky was the greatest athlete.
He was just so dominant. I think people were like trying to force feed him in, but whatever. It was a fun debate. Today, coming out at 12 o'clock, is the greatest Philadelphia sports villains of all time. Who's your top sports villain?
A Philly?
Yeah.
I like Jerry Jones. I like him as a villain.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
He's just a great heel. Sidney Crosby's up there.
I would imagine that Sidney is a top 3 villain.
Yeah. How about you?
Cody Ross was the first guy that always comes to my mind.
He's in the 1 year.
He didn't deserve it.
Cody Ross.
I hated that. But we decided to rank some things this week. And today, we did the top 5 Philadelphia things. People, places, anything on the table.
Yes.
I'm very curious to see where you go. Julia, did you partake in today's exercise as well? All right. So let's start it off before we send it to overtime. Who wants honors today with their number 5?
Julia goes first.
Julia, kick us off with your number 5 greatest Philadelphia things.
Okay, my number 5 is Porch Fest.
Oh, that's a great one.
Philly Porch Fest.
Porch Fest is spreading to the suburbs. I went to Glenside's Porch Fest this year.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it going in our township. I offered our house up as a host house.
Nice.
But it's spreading far and wide to the suburbs now, and it was awesome in Glenside. We had a great time. Obviously, it started in West Philadelphia. I know VG goes every single year.
Every year.
He loves Porch Fest. That's a really good one.
It's one of my favorite days of the year. It's why it's also my number 5.
No way. You guys both had Porch Fest number 5. That's great. Porch Fest.
Porch Fest.
Good representation there.
Yeah, man. Highly recommend. Find
Those
babies,
streets are
kids, bring the kids. Bring the kids down.
Yeah,
walk
we took
around.
the kids to the
I mean,
Glenside.
as long as you're allowed, there's a lot of herbalness going on in the streets.
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
fine.
okay
It's
with
good
that,
smell.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to overtime. If you're watching on YouTube or TV, you can continue watching at allphly.com or PHLY YouTube page. Number 5. I really heavily considered having Will Smith here. His last couple years probably docked him off of this list for me.
Yeah, some negative points.
Yeah. So I put on, because it's in its 18th season, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Rob McElhenney and his staff have one of the longest running non-animated TV shows in history. It's still funny. It's still nuts.
Danny DeVito's picture.
You travel the world now, and it used to be like Rocky and Fresh Prince. Now you hear, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
A great Philadelphia export. Number 5 for me.
Excellent.
Number 4, Julia.
Okay, number 4 is
And please let us know in the chat some of yours.
Reading Terminal Market.
I did not have Reading Terminal in there, and I was beating myself up about it. I love Reading Terminal Market.
I agree. It'll be on my list. Me and Julie are locked in. We're like locked in a zone. Yes.
It's a great one. I mean,
just
that's the Knicks
really-
right there. I'm hungry, man.
There's no other place in the States where you go. The market in
Molly
Seattle
Malloy's.
doesn't even
Pike Place
compare.
Market stinks.
They got the thing, the Embarcadero or whatever, in San Fran doesn't compare. No, it's the
Reading Terminal's a gem. My wife used to work there in the summers, and I would always go up there and grab a beer at Molly Malloy's, and then we'd grocery shop and get something delicious to eat. It's the best.
Number 4, I got something that's unique here. I think it's a classic, the Citywide Drink Special.
It's a good
Jim
one.
Beam and the PBR. You can't go wrong
Did
with
Bob
it.
and Barbara start that?
I believe they did.
They did it?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
give them the props with
What's
it.
the current MSRP on a Citywide?
Like
$5?
$7.
6?
Yeah.
I mean, the Fountain
Listen,
Porter
I
Burger's
got
up to
one
$7
beer last
these
night,
days.
and with tip, it cost me $12. So I mean,
Damn.
one draft of like a Tonewood is like $9.10.
Damn.
So if I get a beer and a shot for $6-7, I'm in.
Yeah, PBR still hits. It's a blue ribbon winner right there. The Citywide Special, number 4. All right, my number 4. I'm going with them because they kind of got me into hip hop in high school. I knew a street team member that was out grinding, giving out demos and CDs, and I've always loved them. They have national representation on the a night show.
Yeah.
The Roots. I
Yeah.
mean,
Legends.
absolute legends. What they do for the city with the Roots Picnic.
Yeah.
Black Thought, maybe one of the most underrated rappers of all time. Questlove is a treasure. Do you know that Questlove performed at Julia Hoff's parents' wedding?
I did not.
He was the
How
drummer.
about that?
And Kevin Eubanks was on the guitar.
Whoa.
Yeah, they got him
Nice.
like back in the day.
Yeah.
He used to work out at my gym, Quest. He would always
know
be
that.
hanging out at the gym on Bainbridge Street. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Roots, absolute Philadelphia legends. Number 4 for me.
Yes. Sweet.
All right, Julia, number 3.
Okay, number 3, The Man.
Oh, I love the Man.
It's just the best.
It is
the
the
best
best.
venue.
And I'm so glad like 5-6 years ago they started revitalizing it with like acts that people
Care about.
care about.
Yeah.
Because for so long it was just underutilized with, and nothing against orchestras and like
Yeah.
the soundtrack shows. Those are awesome and have its place. But like when I started getting bands that I want to see and bringing back the Man, and Cheryl Parker, shame on you for starting to charge it for parking at the Man Center.
Can I say
that's a disgrace.
getting out of the Man is
a nightmare.
Impossible. It takes an hour to get out. There's
Yeah.
like one road in
It's
and out.
brutal.
They got to fix that
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
Stop charging for parking. That was one of the few Philadelphia treats. All right, VG, number 3.
I'm going music. They got their own genre, rock and soul. Hall & Oates.
Yeah, that's
I
a
can't
good
go
one.
wrong with Hall & Oates.
It's a good one.
Founded on Temple's campus. Big Farts agrees with me in the chat.
Yeah, solid.
One of the most underrated Pandora channels. If you still are old and use Pandora, put in Hall &
Pandora?
Oates. Yeah. No, it's the
Jeez.
greatest road trip station because you get soul, you get 80s new wave. It's an amazing channel.
Why do they hate each other?
Probably money. I don't know.
Okay.
Usually happens to all bands.
Yeah, it's
especially duos.
unfortunate. But yes, that's a great product right there. Temple produced them and Diplo.
Yeah.
And any other musician, big acts out of town?
I don't know out of Temple.
Yeah, but Diplo and Hall & Oates, pretty good. All right, my number 3. I didn't. I wanted to. It's a great sandwich city. So I'm just saying sandwiches in general, because when I tell an out-of-towner to come here, I tell them to get the DeNick's roast pork with long hots and sharp prove. I think it's better than the cheesesteak. But the cheesesteak, the Italian hoagies, there's so many great.
So you're just going sandwiches.
I would put us up against any city in the country for sandwiches. I think this is a great sandwich city. So I think our best, third best export is
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So
no one compares with us.
No.
Everyone may have one sandwich, but you get the hoagie, you get the roast pork,
yeah,
you get
cutlets. There's so many.
You can get Nick's roast beef.
You can get a banh mi's.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many good sandwiches in this city. Tortas. you can get tortas.
Is that a sandwich?
Yeah, it's a Mexican sandwich.
Right.
I love a torta. All right, that's my number 3. Julia, number 2.
Number 2, my main man, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Man.
Wow.
Love Kevin Bacon.
You do?
Love him.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you follow his music?
Oh yeah, I met them.
Really?
Bacon Brothers. They played at Folk Fest one year, and I think I was working for Philly.com. We were doing a story on them, and I met them.
Yeah.
And I told him, and I was like so close up
Was he
when he was
cool?
playing. So nice. I was so close. I could see like a stray like hand. On
I'm
his
shocked
leg.
you don't have the Folk Fest in your top 5.
I know. Well, crap.
Oh, you forgot.
Wow.
Bacon / Folk Fest.
Okay. Kevin Bacon. Did not expect to see him in the top 8.
Folk Fest.
One of the moments that freaked me out as a kid, he's in Friday the 13th, 1980, the first one. He's a camp counselor. He lays down in bed, and as he lays down in bed, like something comes through the bed, up through his neck, and kills him.
Ugh.
I always checked under my bed the whole life because of Kevin Bacon in that scene.
I took her to the bed for different reasons.
I have a Kevin Bacon story. We were at Disney World as youths, me and my sister, at a character breakfast, and my dad's taking a picture of me with the characters, me and my sister with the characters, and some guy comes out of his peripheral, and he does a stiff arm because he's about to take a picture. My dad stiff armed Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon?
He was there with Kira Sedgwick.
Oh, man.
And he stiff armed.
Oh, man.
He said, "Not now, pal. I'm taking a picture with my kids." So take that, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I got like 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Questlove. How about that? All right, number 2, VG.
Reading Terminal Market for me.
Yeah,
praised it already. It's one of my favorite days, hanging out there all day. The day before
It's the
Thanksgiving.
best. I take Septa in just so I can enjoy the delicious beverages from Molly Malloy's.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2. I think I didn't think anybody was going to take this, and I think it's easily could be the number 1. Independence.
Oh yeah.
Cradle of Liberty, bro. Independence Hall, Old City.
I thought it was like a typo or you missed a word.
No,
What is it?
independence,
That's tall. Yeah.
democracy, freedom, rock, flag, and eagle. Yeah. Screw you, Britain.
All right.
Independence.
Some other cities helped out with that.
No, we were it.
Only Philadelphia.
Yeah. Valley Forge, Washington Crossing, and Independence Hall. We're the epicenter.
35 minutes away.
That's where I grew up. It's I can walk to where it was signed. And Cradle of Liberty, bro.
All right.
Independence. Second, number 2.
All right, America.
Rock, flag, and
America.
eagle. All right.
All right.
Number 1.
This is probably not shocking. This is
CBP.
my feelings.
Probably should have had that somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good
My
one.
numero
CBP
one.
is.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite stadium in Philadelphia history.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be my favorite stadium
Ever.
that I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It is pretty great. And the staff that works there is awesome.
That's like my retirement job.
I think I want to be an
That would
usher
be a
there
great
one day.
job.
Yeah. It's a great one. CBP. I hope they never change it. Just keep upgrading it.
Yep.
All right, VG, number 1 for you.
The greatest snack food ever, and it's not Goldenberg's peanut chews. No, it's the soft pretzel.
Wow, me and
You got soft
VG.
pretzel number
I have
1?
soft pretzel number 1
It's the
too.
best. I can
It
eat
is
any
the
time of
best.
day, whatever.
Give me a rivet from the pretzel factory. I'll eat 100 of them.
Yeah.
Like the middle pretzel. I miss
Oh,
that-
the
that
knot
pizza.
in the middle.
If I could still eat it, I would have put it on my list. Too.
Oh, when you get one warm.
Not an Annie Ann's. Philadelphia soft
Philadelphia
pretzel.
soft pretzel.
Yes.
I am such a sucker for them.
Cheese right there.
Cheese. mustard, whatever.
No, it doesn't matter. Anything.
So good.
I had it over Independence.
Yeah, as rightfully you should.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how good the soft pretzel is.
I mean, North Korea, maybe. They got good soft pretzels?
Nah, I'm out. I want to live in Ireland? Nah, they don't have soft pretzels.
Right.
I'm out. Fit Dad says Tasty Cakes. I did consider Tasty Cakes. Another strong contender.
P1992, ban them, Julia. Pretzels are better in New York City.
Get out of here. Going to timeout, pal.
Yes.
I did really want to get pork roll in my top 5. It was
questionable if
it
it's
was
Philly,
Trenton.
right?
It was Trenton.
Yeah,
I looked up the
yeah,
origin, the etymology of pork roll. Trenton claims that one, so I couldn't really take it.
Trenton makes the world takes.
Yeah, Tasty Cakes is a good one.
Tasty Cakes is good.
Pretzels in general, Lancaster County is like the pretzel mecca of the country. So many good things.
Yeah.
I went through. Patty LaBelle I considered.
Patty LaBelle, great. Yeah.
Fresh Prince. I mean, I know he's weird
Fit
now.
Dad saying he should have been on there. I'm not a Will Smith fan.
Fresh Prince was like a foundational piece of my
It
childhood.
must be generational.
Yeah, but like
It
it's
felt
been
a
so
little
weird with
corny.
the Scientology and the slap and the Jada stuff. I'd probably have him 6 if I'm doing the list.
All right. Yeah.
Just out of
He's right
respect
there.
for the first. I had him 5. Here's my original one. I put him 5, and then I said this morning,
man.
change
Change-
5.
oh, wow.
It's always sunny. So
All right.
a lot of fun.
I can't
All right.
believe this guy's saying New York pretzels are better.
New York
Like,
pretzels
even the
are
smell of
better.
them is
There's nothing in New York that's
like
better.
Yeah.
dirty water.
Rat City, get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock, same time, same place. Thank you to Julia behind the scenes. Chat. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Don't forget, let's see, we got Flyers coming up at 1, and then the Sixers and Eagles both at 3 o'clock today. Eagles-Pats joint practice happening right now. Make sure you're following EJ Smith, Bo Wolf, and the Eagles account for all the latest from up there. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.